How about now, Luke? All right, thanks. Luke says we're live and up and running here. Jimmy Murphy, welcome to Game 5 for your Reading Rockets. We're roughly halfway through the season, Murph, and this is our last scheduled home game. As such, it actually is the homecoming game where we honor our seniors who may be playing the last game on our home turf. Nice tribute to the senior players and cheerleaders before the game. Let's hope this can be an impetus to get in the winners column for the first time this year. Arlington comes in 2-2 with convincing wins over Stoneham and Brookline. Took it on the chin early in the season from Salem and lost an absolute heartbreaker to Lexington last week. They were up, get this, Murph, they're up 24-0, give up 2 fourth-quarter fumble returns for touchdowns, and Lexington puts up 27 unanswered. To be fair, the Lexington field was an absolute mess, and it was really difficult to take care of the ball. Nonetheless, the Spy Ponders would love to put that one in the rearview mirror. Murph, how's the team? You've been with the team through the practice this week. They're looking for their first win. What's going on this week?
Team, as you could imagine, Tim, an 0-4 Rockets team does not sit well with anybody at Hollingsworth Field, including Coach Fiore and staff, but they are very optimistic coming out of the Woburn game. We saw some things in that game that were a little bit different. We stopped the run in the first half like we haven't in a while. They're hungry for a victory, easily could be 2-2 themselves, and we'll pause for the national anthem. Tim, a great rendition as usual by the Reading High Marching Band, an incredible student section today. Theme is red, white, and blue. Patriotic theme here today. As I mentioned, Rockets just 3 points away from being 2-2 themselves. Desperate for a win here versus Arlington. Should be a good high school football game.
So, Murph, a couple of things that we wanted to mention. We are joined by a team of experts from Arlington. There are about 12 people set up here in their booth. They are live streaming this to both Arlington and Reading. Might be a little bit different look and feel here. You know how technology makes us old guys feel crazy. I said, but nonetheless, we got a huge crew here. There should be replays. There could be all sorts of different things going on here. So we're going to let the kids who know the technology do it, and we'll just call the game like we usually do. I see the boys wearing the pink for, I believe, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So all the pink socks here for the Rockets as they get the set to kick off, and it's going to be Jake Palm kicking off to Arlington.
Reading won the toss and deferred to the second half. Arlington elected to receive the football here to start the game.
Absolutely beautiful night here, Murph. We thought there might be some rain. That's a bomb by Palm, pushes him back inside the 10. Run back there, he gets stacked up. Oh, he cuts through the middle, turns it into 5 more, and gets out to just about the 25-yard line. So Arlington will take over here with quarterback number 8, Caden Mills, coming back. He's the leader of this team. Couple of names you'll hear today: Darian Cherry, Peter Harrison. Caden Mills, running back. I'll get my act together here.
Here's a great name for you. How about Brady Beckenhues? Those familiar with the Rockets know that a cousin of the infamous Beckenhues family from Reading, Sean, of course, Aiden, and Danny Becks.
Awesome football family. Our boys played with them for years and years. There's more Beckenhuses coming up through Arlington. Handoff right up the middle. Takes it for about 3 or 4, but gets stacked up immediately.
So we're going to see a determined running game similar to the Woburn running back last week. Number 8, Caden Mills, is a load. We play him on the hoop court. He's a terror on the hoop court. Great defender. Big, strong, tough kid, can run. They will pound the football. And similar to last week with Brian Ferreira from Woburn, 11 guys to the football to stop this run. It's been an Achilles heel for the Rockets the past year and a half or so, but last week showed a ton of improvement.
2 split right, 1 left, handoff right up the middle, and he gets stacked up immediately. Number 7 in there for the Rockets is Jack Bonney. Sean Crowley in there, who was also in on the first tackle. So call it gain of about 2 or 3 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 5 here, under 5 for Arlington.
You mentioned senior night, so you know Sean Crowley, 57, Andrew Jack Bonney, number 7, and Josh Robichaud, number 75, will be playing determined football today, among others, but those are the guys up front that lead the charge from the senior class.
Murph, there is a possibility of another game here, whether it be an additional game added or even a playoff game, but for now, this is the last scheduled game here at Hollingsworth Field. Right there. He's going to keep it himself.
Oh, that's
cuts
a hold.
Outside.
Call that hold.
Play.
They got the hold. They got the hold.
They got the
Coming
hold.
back.
He's still on his feet. Actually, he pushes it for the first down, but it looks like they're going to pull this one back.
Yeah, number 7, Jack Vaughney, clearly got held by the tight end of Arlington, and good for the refs. They're on top of their game this evening.
There you go. 1 for 1, Murph, right? And I know how you love to praise the refs.
Absolutely, when they do a good job. A couple names in the secondary. Of course, you get Zach Lindmark, number 11, Zach Labriola, number 4 at the corners, number 5, Jake Palm, and a new face over the last couple of weeks, Brady Caminos, number 19 in the secondary. Looks like they're playing a cover 2 shell with 2 deep safeties. They'll walk Palm up to be more of a linebacker, but Brady can definitely fill and hit as well.
Call it 3rd and 14 here. Very big play early for Arlington. They're going to need this one, or Reading's going to get the ball back early.
A couple of juniors at the linebacker spot. Number 44 is Ben Deemer, and number 6, Mikey Boudiette. They should be all over the field today, trying to hunt down Mills.
Both of those guys, big motors on them. Love to hit hard, too. Look out for those guys, 44-9 are in the middle of the defense. Right now, passing down, empty set.
Jake Palm walking up, looks like man-to-man.
He's going to follow the run right there, and he doesn't get anywhere with it.
Great first drive for the defense.
Followed Peter Harrison, number 11, and the defense holds, and the Rockets are going to get the ball back. So credit the deferral on the kick, and Jack Murphy and company soon to get their first set of downs.
A couple of juniors here to return the punt. Timmy, number 28, Austin McCloskey, is back there with Labriola. The goal here is to catch the ball in the air safely.
It's a high snap. It's going to be trouble. He gets the kick away. It's going to be short, and it takes a Reading bounce. Wow. The Rockets are going to take over from inside the 35-yard line of Arlington. High snap. Good job by the puncher to pull it down and actually get a kick off. He kicks it about 30 yards. It bounces back another 5. Fortunate for Reading, unfortunate for Arlington. An incredible field position.
Probably the best, I don't have the stats, Tim, but probably the best starting field position this offense has had all season long. Let's see if they can capitalize. Of course, the 1-2 punch in the backfield. Number 1, Jack Murphy, junior quarterback. Number 2 is Devon Bursey, junior running back.
Bursey they moved him exclusively to offense in the last game, and it actually showed. He had a lot more tough runs all game against Woburn. Varsity flanks him. 3 left, 1 right. Receiving.
Trying to use the cadence. Jack will look over to Coach Sheen for the play.
Looks like we got a delay of game here, and they're going to push this thing back 5 yards or motion.
Looks like 19, Brady Kamenos back in the offensive lineup after a week off last week.
Brady had a huge catch in game number 1 that gave the Rockets a chance to win, going for 2 against Melrose, which stuffed them. But a Hail Mary from Murphy to Kamenos gave them a chance to do it. The Rockets have made some key plays late in games. 1st and 15 here for Murphy and company. Same formation, 3 split left, 1 right. He's going to pull it underneath right there. Oh, and it gets picked. Wow, he jumps the route, and he's going to the house. What a play. That looked like Caden Mills right there we were talking about. He looked like he knew the play, Murph. Coming up, he jumped the route, and he went the distance for a 60-yard touchdown for Arlington. What a turn of events here.
Yeah, just they get the best field position of the year, not how the Rockets want to start they get cute with the snap count, and they start on 1st and 15, and then second play to the house. Certainly not how they drew it up. Can they recover? Can they snap out of that? Turn the page and move on.
Arlington sets up for the extra, going for 1 here. The kick. Kick is up, and it is good. So Arlington with the pick 6, 55-plus yard pickoff for Caden Mills. He takes it to the house, and with 8:45 to go in the first, it is Arlington 7, Reading nothing.
Great defensive play by Mills. As you can see, he's going to be a dynamic player on both sides of the ball. But that's okay. With the way that the Rocket defense played that first drive, we should be able to get our hands back on the ball before too long.
Let's see if this Rocket offense can get themselves together here. Barely didn't get a playoff, right? They got a single playoff after the first one.
In fact, Tim, since they scored, we'll get the ball back right away. We don't even have to play defense. I forgot.
We have a new camera person next to us here, Murph, and I got to tell you, already way better than Brian Lindmark.
She's amazing.
No, I'm only kidding. No, Brian, if you're listening, Brian's not listening to this, so we can say that the Arlington crew here, they have a setup here that looks like CBS Sunday morning. About 20 guys in the booth here. It's a short kick there. It's going to be fielded at the 20 by
Zach Labs.
Zach Labriola cuts up. Oh, wow. He had some open space in front of him and just gets hooked up, or takes it out to the 40. The Rockets are going to have excellent field position again.
Great block. I believe that was number 7 senior Andrew Jack Vaughney to spring Labriola for a nice gain. Good field position again for the Rockets. '78 Isaac Robinson at left tackle, 79 Jeremiah Sanford at left guard, 74 Jack Nelson at center.
Palm split right, 2 up top. We have a fullback in there right now. It looks like Savio. It's a swing out pass right there. Go wide open.
Go Bobby. Go Bobby. Good job, Bobby. I love that call, right? Come right back to the air. No intimidation whatsoever. Good connection from Murphy to sophomore Bobby Morris. Good protection up front.
Morris, another one with a huge play at the end of that Danvers game to keep that going into overtime. So a couple of sophomores making their names heard here, Kamenos and Morris.
Tendency might be to be a little gun shy after that pick 6, but not the case there for Reading.
Handoff right there goes to Bursey. He gets oh, he's on his feet. He turns nothing into something right there, and he gets a couple. He caught in the backfield, and Devon turns a loss into about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Jake Palm, number 5, junior wide receiver, top of the screen with Morris. Robbie Savio, 25 at the fullback spot, offset to the left.
Back to passes Murphy under the gut. Nice play right there. Throws it for the first down. Beautiful play. That was Palm right there. Love to get the ball in Palm's hands. He's a superior athlete. And when he gets it in his hands, he can do something with it. He does a first down right there. So Rockets move into Arlington territory at the 40, 1st and 10.
Like what they're doing here, mixing up the run and the pass, getting different people involved early in the drive.
Same formation with Savio at fullback. Percy flanking Murph. Handoff up to Devon right now. What a cutback. Big hole right there, and he takes it for another 10 or 11. Gets it inside the 30. It's going to be like 1st and 10 from the 26.
41, Ori Forrest on the tackle for Arlington.
He's dragged down by number 41, Owen Forrest.
I think we have some advantages up front. They do have some athletes for sure, and guys like Mills, but I think up front we should have an advantage tonight based on what I've seen so far.
Arlington's not a terribly big team in the line, relatively speaking. When you've seen some of the teams that Reading has played, they may not be seen big, but there are definitely some bigger bodies on the line in black today.
Well, that's what happens when you play the likes of BC High, right? When you come out against a Middlesex League team, it doesn't seem so tough.
2nd and 4 upcoming. Another run for Percy up the middle. It's Morris and Palm split right, Cominos left.
Right side of the line, you got Jamie Donahue, number 66, at the offensive tackle spot.
Good to
and
see
of course,
him back.
Of course, Big Roby at the right guard.
Percy flanks Murph. Handoff up to Devon. Takes it for a couple, gets it to about the 20. He's going to be just about a yard short of the first. 3rd and short upcoming.
I'll try to catch the action without leaning over into the camera like I've been accused of in the past.
And about 2 yards to go for the first down.
Half the town missed the big Hail Mary against the Melrose.
I'm going to say this, Murph. I'm not going to blame your head. I'm going to blame the construction of this booth,
Okay.
but I actually think it was your head. So
Cominos to the left.
5:40 to go. Arlington leads 7-0. Back to pass right there. We've seen that play 3 times. It's been successful each time, so why not go back to it? First down, Rockets around the 15-yard line. So nice-looking drive right here, Murph, after the pick 6.
Well, if you think about it, if you're an optimist like me, Jack's completed every pass he's thrown tonight. Unfortunately, the first one was to the other team.
100%. 100%. What's that passer rating?
I don't know. I'll let you know after this drive. I like this Brady Cominos matchup. Bottom of your screen here. I'm guessing Jack might too.
Cominos one-on-one here. Hands it right up the gut. That one goes to Jack Vonnie.
Good to see Andrew.
Takes it to about the 10.
Over the past couple of weeks since Jack Vonnie's been injured, Bursey's got the lion's share of the carries, which means when Andrew gets it, he's got fresh legs. It's senior night. I predict he's going to have a big game tonight. Jack's got a fine number 8 every snap. He's currently playing the left free safety.
Morris and Palm split right. Savio at fullback. There's Bursey. Right up the gut.
Come on, Andrew. Attaboy.
Oh, sorry. That's, yeah.
Jack Vonnie again.
Jack Vonnie again.
Okay, back to Bursey and Ben Deemer in the game. That's their heavy personnel. Looks like they're going. Jack's out of the game. A little wildcat here. I don't know if I love this, Tim, but let's see what they can do.
3rd and short here. They do have room for a first down without scoring, so 3rd and about 2.5.
They'll snap the ball right to Devon here, and he'll have a host of lead blockers like Mikey Boudiette and Savio leading the way.
There it goes right to Devon. He cuts up. He's very close. He gets taken down. Looks like he's inside the 5, and he might have it, although they're signaling.
That operation is harder than you think, right? You've never done it. You're a running back. Now you have to line everybody up, call the cadence, accept the snap, and Devon did a really nice job on that one.
Jack Vonnie in for Devon now, and it's 4th and short here. Rockets need at least a yard to keep this drive going. Maybe less than a yard. It's just on the 5-yard line right here. Jack Vonnie back deep. And Jack Vonnie, it's a direct
Get in,
shot to
Andrew.
him.
Get in, Andrew.
What a stand in, Andrew.
Attaboy.
Jack Vonnie, senior night, takes it in for the touchdown. So nice job by the Rockets. Beautiful, sustained drive. Like you said, they bounce back after the pick 6. Right now, 7-6, and the Rockets will be looking to tie.
I think we mentioned it last week, Timmy, but the insertion of number 74, Jack Nelson, in my opinion, has been a tipping point. for the offense. Everything settled down as soon as Jack got in at center. He's a senior, embraced his role as Palm makes the extra point, and everything settled down. Offensive line settled down. The snaps were great. Jack was a little bit more comfortable with the senior up in front of him, and he's had a great run here.
Is Ace working the lights right now for the first score for the Rockets. 3:18 to go in the first. It is Reading 7, Arlington 7. Murph, I got a couple shout-outs. I know that you have been shouting out new babies.
New people.
A number of new people.
New
to
people on
not
the
just
earth.
new Rocket
Yeah.
fans, new people
Yeah.
on the earth. I'm going to go the other direction right now. I'm going to give a shout-out to an absolute legend in my family, checking in at a spry 89 years old. My Uncle Dan Quirk is in town this weekend, hanging out up in Rockport right now with the family. Hopefully tuning in, said he was going to tune in, along with my cousin Katie Slota. They are up in Rockport. If I know my Uncle Dan, there's a very solid chance he's tipping a few Jamesons right now watching us.
That a boy, Uncle Dan.
So
Welcome to the broadcast.
Cheers to Uncle Dan, my cousin Katie, and all the O'Connor and Quirk families who are gathering this weekend. Got to tell you, Murph, I know it's only been 6 weeks, but have both the kids who are away. Our empty nest is full again this weekend with Dan O'Connor,
Love
who's
it.
in attendance somewhere
Okay.
tonight, and Grace O'Connor back home. So
Long weekend, right? It's a lot of the
Long
college
weekend.
kids are home. Maybe we can get an interview at halftime.
a lot of the kids come back for that. Here's the kick by Palm.
Little pooch kick by Jake, trying to keep it out
No
of the
one's
hands
going
of
for the ball. Here we go. Nice job.
Good
The pooch
coverage.
kicks allows the coverage very quickly down there, and they keep it inside the 25. So
Good coverage.
Arlington will take over here for their second offensive series. They couldn't do much in the first one.
Something to keep an eye on here, Tim. Mikey Boudiat looks like he got dinged. He's had an arm injury on that special teams play. He looked like he was hurt. And in comes 25 Robbie Savio in his place at the linebacker spot. Again, rounding out the defense, number 79, Jeremiah Sanford over on the right defensive end, and James Donahue, 66, the right defensive tackle.
As always, Murph, we try to say it in the first quarter. You want to get a shout out here, let us know. Send me and Murph a message. We'll let you know who's listening. We have a couple more lined up for the game. But Arlington takes over here 1st and 10 from just inside their 25. Let's see if they can get something going. Not much success on the first offensive series. Handoff right up the gut, gets stacked up immediately.
Really nice job, James Donahue. Sean Crowley, good gang tackle there on 2nd down.
I think we saw Donahue get dinged up last game, or if I was right, so it's great to see him back out there.
Sorry, that was 1st down.
2nd and 9.5 here. Short gain. Number 75. What a hoss in the middle of that lineup. Josh Robichaux, senior, 6'2", 3 bills.
The kid Beckenhuis on the other side's a mammoth individual too, as you might expect, but
Yeah.
we get a few of those guys on our side
The
too, like
Beckenhuises,
75.
run big.
They're just
They run
large
big.
people. Except for Aiden. Aiden was a skill guy.
Rolls out right. He's looking for someone. Good job.
Another-
Another hold.
another hold.
How
Didn't
does
get
he hold right in front of us? He pulls down Jack Body in front of him, and they don't throw the flag. So I guess now you're
gosh.
50-50 on the refs tonight, Murph.
When everybody in the stadium sees it and the guy standing next to it doesn't see it, I just don't get it.
So they turn that into a gain of about 4 or 5. It's going to be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
This is down. You want to watch the screen pass. You know, the offensive lines, seems to, let the defense in and dump the ball over their heads.
Yeah, that center
Good-
screen right over the middle. We've
Good
seen
time
that.
for a screen pass if you're Arlington, and Reading should be defending against it. I don't think they have a very dangerous vertical passing game down the field, so look for some short stuff. Trying to run for the first.
Arlington will need to get to about the 35-yard line here to move the sticks.
Jake Kerbel's a junior, number 6 quarterback. Good-looking player for Arlington.
Kerbel is flanked by Mills.
Reading's
Mills
down in
being
the
their
box,
number one
man-to-man.
He pulls it back. He keeps it himself.
Get
Goes
outside, Jake.
outside.
Get outside, Jake.
Got to close on him. Oh, he does it.
Good
That's a
job.
nice
Good
move. He
job.
gets very, very close to the first down here, though. He might be just a little short. I don't know if this is exactly fourth down territory.
This would
too.
be a
Looks
gutsy
like,
call.
Looks like he stepped out even more short than that. 4th and 2.5 here from their own 35 might be ill-advised right here.
The last time Arlington punted, Tim, it was, they just It was a little bit of a scary snap, so that might go into the thinking of the Arlington coach here. Should they punt or should they go for it on 4th and medium?
4th and a very long 2.
They're taking their time, making the decision. 2:15 left to go in the quarter. I don't know why he'd be taking so much time, but here we go. Big play. Empty backfield. Rockets look to be in man-to-man coverage.
2 left, 2 right for Arlington. He keeps it himself.
Quarterback counter. Good play. Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
The ball might have fallen out.
Didn't get it.
The ball came out on top of it. He doesn't get it. So either way, the Rockets are going to turn the ball over.
Great job.
Wow, nice job closing the gap right there. And the Rockets are going to take over. I don't know if it's officially on downs or they said they got a fumble there, but either way, it ends up Rockets taking over from their own 34-yard line, from the Arlington 34-yard line.
Got the band in the house today. They sound great. Student section is rocking with their USA theme. Bunch of college kids home for the weekend. Nice night here at Hollingsworth Field.
Varsity flanking Murphy. We have 3 split right, 1 left.
Trips to the boundary here.
No fullback in this formation. He's back to pass. Murphy's like, he rolls out right, buys himself some time, and throws it across. Beautiful play and catch as he pulled it in bounds.
No, didn't get it. Good athletic play by Palm. Just couldn't drag that foot.
Good pressure on the outside. Murphy did a great job to evade them, buy himself some time, hits Palm, but he just couldn't keep himself in. Makes the catch and drags himself out of bounds. 2nd and 10 here for Reading. 3 left now.
Receivers flanking Murphy to the left are Palm, Bobby Morris, number 16, and Zach Labriola, number 4.
Varsity flanks Murphy in the backfield. He pulls it up underneath. Beautiful play right there to Labriola.
That's the old Big Brother play right there. They ran that play with Big Brother James and Ryan Strout 150 times last year, and I think completed 125 of them. Good to see them getting back to some of their old staple RPO plays.
I tell you, if we could have stayed on his feet there, he had a lot of green in front of him, too. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 upcoming here, Murph.
2-by-2 set. Arlington downhill in man-to-man coverage. Jack should expect pressure here. Get rid of the ball quick.
Coach Sheehan calls in a different play here. He shows it up underneath. Slings it outside, but very well defended right there by Arlington. It's like Sean Boyce out there, number 1. Tell you, a couple of those swing passes out there.
I think Coach Sheehan was hoping for that to be the give. Jack probably did that one on his own. These RPOs, you got to give the quarterback the choice, and sometimes it's not the choice that the coach wants. Big 4th and long here.
Big play right here for the Rockets. Back to passes Murphy. He's got a little bit of time. He rolls out. Goes underneath. Beautiful
Great job.
Pass and catch.
Jack Labs.
Puts it in a spot that couldn't be defended. Beautiful, beautiful pass from Murphy.
That's one where Jack breathes a sigh of relief, because tomorrow in films he would have got his butt whooped by throwing that swing pass last down on 3rd.
New set of chains for the Rockets here. Looks like just outside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. 14 seconds here to go. They may let this one run down, and we could turn the quarter over here, Murph.
Maybe take an opportunity to call out some of our sponsors, Timmy.
Absolutely. So I'll start with a couple here, Murph. Our signed sponsors out here. We called them before. I'll rip off a couple. Cupcake City, love Karen, right? Karen DiNapoli in Cupcake City. The Olson Law Office. Everything but the dog. Tango Plumbing, Anya's Boutique. You hop in.
Yeah, Friends of Reading Football, the Mandarin Reading, Dynamic Sports, SNL Academy, Gagnon Landscaping, the Goddard School. Maybe we'll save the rest for the second end of the second.
We will. So we have a sort of a special performance here today at the end of the first quarter. This is it's a Reading High dance team, and we'll see them coming out here now. This is a group of girls who actually are affiliated with the high school in a dance team. I wish they had it when my daughter was here, but none of I believe most of these girls also belong to local dance troops. I know a couple of the ones. Liv Jack is one of those girls that I know danced with my daughter Grace for years. So there's going to do a little performance here at the end of the first quarter.
So this is the first year of a dance team?
I believe it is the first year that. Well, I'll say the first year. They did have them back in the day when I was there.
Yep. Maybe it's just good. I know a lot of dancers at the 6th grade level that would love to dance in high school.
So this is really interesting for him to pull it off at the end of the first half. We'll watch.
Meanwhile, we're back to football action here.
Rockets take over here. Varsity flanking Murphy. The girls are going to get this dance in no matter what. It looks like there's going to be a timeout. I think they're waiting. They want them to cut the music.
Yeah, and the dance is like, no, we're going to finish our dance. Just let them finish. Just let them finish.
All right, there we go.
Great job.
Let's give the girls,
Great job.
Yeah, they try to.
Great job.
Coach Sheed asking for the turn the dance music off, which is understandable. But you know what? Give the girls another 30 seconds. Let's go.
They're not stopping. They don't need the music. Muscle memory. Big play. 1st and 10.
Varsity flanking Murphy right here. Goes up to Devon, right up the
Go
gut. What a run. He's still at his feet. He's
go,
going
go,
to go in. What a run by Devon Bursey. Touchdown Rockets. A lot of stuff going on there, Murph. We got dancers, we got music, we got Sheehan calling for stuff. They hand the ball right up the gut to Bursey, and 5 guys can't take him down. He does one spin move at the end and breaks it right up the middle. Devon Bursey puts the Rockets up.
Tip of the cap to the right side. Nelson, Robichaud, Donahue bowling people over as Bursey bounced his way into the end zone.
Palm sets up for the extra point here as the Rockets go for 1. Murphy's our holder here, too. Nice kick by Palm. Right down the middle. So the Rockets, 11:54 to go in the second, jump up 14-7. So far, the defense has been stout, Murph. When given the opportunity, they've done well. Beautiful drives the last 2 times for the Rockets. So, Murph, I'll throw another shout-out here, second quarter shout-out. It's senior night. Sean Crowley is one of the senior captains, right? His grandmother, Claire, wanted to be here tonight, and she was unable to. So she's at home watching. I want to give a big shout-out to Claire Crowley and say thanks for supporting Sean. What a great kid, great captain. And sorry you can't be here, but we know you're watching at home, so give it up for Claire Crowley.
Cheers to Grandma Claire. Is she tipping a whiskey like your Uncle Dan, do you think?
Undoubtedly.
Or no? Yeah.
If she isn't, then there's something going wrong. Maybe I should introduce her to Uncle Dan. I'm making some presumptions right there. I don't know if Grandpa Crowley's hanging around, Murph, but whatever.
He's pissed right now.
You know what? All 3 of them can drink together. They're fine. They're fine.
Never know where the show goes. Maybe it's a dating service. Tim and Jim.
Nice kick right there from Bob. That looks like Mills. Is that Mills?
No, they're trying to keep it away from Mills.
He's run back there. He gets stacked up. He's still on his feet around the 24-yard line, and then the Rockets say no. So Arlington will take over here from the 23rd-yard line. So far, not a lot of success. One of the most successful plays was likely a hold. But nonetheless, Arlington takes over here trailing by 7.
Great plays on special teams by 45 Riley Lerner, a junior, and junior Ryan Fitzgerald, number 21, with the first ones down there to slow up the ball carrier. And then the host of Rockets cleaned up the mess.
I would like to take a closer look at that special teams unit, Murph, because we know there's an awful lot of guys who are different than that we see on both sides of the ball. So appreciate you calling them out.
We might have a change at the quarterback position here for Arlington. It looks like number 9, Rashawn Mandel, in the game. I saw him throwing the ball pregame. He's little, but he can throw it. And see if we can give Arlington a spark here.
He's
start the second
by
half.
Mills. That's a handoff right there. I think it's number 11.
Good job, Mikey.
Peter Harrison.
Great job, Boudiette.
Immediately.
Boudiette and Palm stringing out that run play. In comes 44, Deemer to clean it up. Really good job there.
Actually, very short game right there. Harrison coming around there. I believe Harrison also their punt returner.
That little sweep play, Tim, has been a thorn in our side. So to see them be strong on that right side and then guys filling on defense has to have Coach Blanchard quite pleased here in the early goings.
I was going to ask you which one was Beckenhughes, which number he was. I don't even have to ask because
No.
I'm looking at the line right now. Obviously, number 54. I don't know what's in the water in the Beckenhughes household, but a lot of big boys, cousins and friends. In motion is Harrison again, right up the gut to Mills, and he gets, let's say a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 7 upcoming here.
Jacob Whitmer, number 72, assisted by Sean Crowley there on the tackle. Really good job. Of course, we missed the Beckenhuses here in Reading. You've got Aiden and Danny playing at RPI. Those guys are teammates, a senior and a freshman at RPI.
That's awesome.
Joining Eamon Centrella and a few other Readingites out there in western part of the state.
The dad, Dan, is a behemoth of a man as well.
Ryan O'Leary is the other Rocket St. John's prep kid playing for WPI.
Shotgun right here. He keeps it himself. He's going to look to pass. He dumps it over. It goes to number 11, Harrison. He's got the first down and more. Wow, he's still on his feet.
Got a
He
tackle.
just spins out. They got to
tackle.
close in on him. It's like Deemer finally catches him, but not before he gets into Rocket territory. So huge play, biggest one of the night for Arlington. That was Peter Harrison with a nice play.
28 McCloskey in the game. Cominos out. I think that was the perfect play call for Arlington. They catch Reading in a man-to-man defense and brought that receiver from bottom of your screen to the top of the screen with Brady Cominos chasing, and they did a nice job to shake free of the tackle. So I have to think that Arlington likes this switch at quarterback right now. It's the most success they've had tonight offensively. With
So
Rashawn Mandel.
Mandel is in there, flanked by Mills. In motion's Harrison. Oh, wow. He gets it
Get
off
outside.
to Mills. He's
Phil
got some room.
Jake.
He's got to close on him. That's a flag. He's going to get a face mask, unfortunately. I know it was inadvertent, but he's going to get called on the penalty, and they're going to tack on a few more for Arlington.
I actually thought it might have been Mills who reached out with the right hand to do the face mask first, but
Could be.
they always get the second guy.
I did see, I think it was Labriola who might have got his hand on there, and it does go against
it's got to
the
be
Rockets.
5, not 15.
That should very much be 5. Definitely inadvertent. If they take 15 here, it'd be. And he's still going. So they're taking 15. That's rough. That's rough. Didn't really impact the play at all.
Wow.
Inadvertent, and they give him 15. So, nonetheless.
Now, we might have to check our rules. Did they change something in high school where there's no such thing as that choice?
I don't know.
Am I thinking about college or NFL? But, yeah, that certainly did not impact the play to warrant a 15-yard, unless there's a rule that I am unaware of.
Murph, if you're unaware of a rule, then I don't know what I'm doing up here. But.
Well, the good news is Steve Algieri will text me any second and say,
Perfect.
Murph, this is the rule. Hi, Steve.
I was actually going to bring up Algeria because we talked a little bit earlier about how Lexington came back and beat this team last week. I'll tell you about the last time I was out at Lexington in the grass field over there a few years back. Swing pass right there, goes to Harrison again, cuts it up. Deemer comes in and crunches him, but not before he picks up about 6.
Arlington in a nice little rhythm here offensively, mixing the run and the pass, aided by a penalty. Rockets have to stand up here as they look to enter the red zone.
Second and call it just over 5. $8:40 to go here in the half. Rockets up 7. They break the huddle. Looks like Mandel flanked by, let's see, Mills. Hand off to Mills, right up the gut. Takes it for about 3 or 4, but gets stopped short. It'll be 3rd and call it a long 3 upcoming.
Speaking of Reading legend, how about Steve Algieri, who let me know that this was his last year. I don't know if I'm letting any cats out of any bags here. He told me on the golf course, but I think this is his last year covering Woburn and Reading for the Daily Times Chronicle.
I'm going to say this. Steve Algieri is a legend in this town, and a legend both at, for sports reporting, coaching baseball, right? All that stuff. But I'm going to actually have a secret wish that you did just let that cat out of the bag, Murph.
You think that'd be cool if we had breaking news?
Yeah, well, no, that you actually broke news that he didn't want broken.
Oh.
Yeah. Third and 3 right here, right up the gut. It's the old push there, and I think they stopped them short.
I mean, my wife Allison knows if you want a secret kept, you don't tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been known to be my wife. I'm like my wife. I'm known as a quiet guy around town.
St. Sue.
Spent some time with St. Sue at the DeRoss house before the game.
Okay.
Right? And I don't want to say that we're old, Murph, but I actually listened to Paul DeRoss. He actually said the phrase, chaps my behind.
Oh,
you know what chaps
okay.
his behind? And I said, I don't really want to know what chaps his behind, Murph, but I felt like I just went back to the 1940s.
I'm not sure what you guys are doing pregame, but that's up to you. Okay, let's get back to action. 4th down and short.
4th and short, huge play right here. Rockets, they got everybody in the box here. Be careful for him pulling one over and trying to dump one over the top.
They get outside. A little trickery.
Nice move there.
Great
Did
tackle.
He stop him short?
Probably had enough, but a great tackle by Zach Lindmark.
Very close.
Ooh. Favorable spot.
Oh, yeah, he gave him the first down. I will tell you the subject matter, the content of that.
Please, everybody's dying to know.
We were lamenting the fact that all of our kids are off in college, and you ever go out, you sit down and watch a Netflix movie, and it comes up and it says, too many devices on this, because you know that your son down in South Carolina just told 10 guys in his dorm what your Netflix password was. So apparently that's the content that chaps us behind. I'll be getting a call from the RCTV sensors any minute now. In motion right now is Harrison. He had the big play earlier in this drive.
Oh.
Looks like he's going to get stacked up there. What a crunch. Who came across there? That looked like a Deemer crunch.
I got to tell you, the one who made that play was number 7, Andrew Jackvani. He strung out that play, took on 2 blockers, forced the running back to cut back, and here comes Deemer in pursuit. Really well done by both Deemer and Jackvani.
Listen, do we have spotters on the, who work for us, Murph? I got Johnny O'Keefe. I said he runs the RMHS Hollingsworth Field page. He says the face mask can be 5 or 15 in high school.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't think that one by Jake Palm warranted the 15.
I'm with you, yeah. It wasn't instrumental to the play.
Wasn't flagrant, wasn't anything like that,
2nd and 9 upcoming here. Mandel flanked by Mills. Hands it right up the gut there.
Good job, Boudiette.
I think that's the number 4 right there was actually
Jackvani, Boudiette,
pushes him back.
Ben Deemer, all over the field tonight. Number 6, Boudiette, you can see him. He's sort of working through an arm thing here, but it's not keeping him off the field or keeping him from being in the mix nearly every play.
3rd and 10 here that you have to believe is 4-down territory, so they'll have a couple of shots to get another 10 yards here, but
this is another opportunity for if I have a young new quarterback, I'm thinking screen pass, something that's safe. Can't over pursue if you're the D-line of Reading. Rockets in man-to-man.
Looks like Cherry flanking Mandel now. He swings it out right there.
Good job, Andrew.
Stacked up immediately. This Jackvani, you mentioned him again.
Sean Crowley cleaning it up as well. Good job by the 2 senior captains. 4th down here. I don't believe Arlington has the kicking game to kick this one. That would be aggressive. And it looks like Mills coming back in the game. Now, here's where you need to be smart. You throw the pass up, right? You knock the ball down. You get favorable field position versus, intercepting the ball on 4th down.
3:56 and counting in the half. Big 4th down play here. They need 13 here, Murph.
3:46 left in the game. Reading has all 3 timeouts. If they get the ball back, should have plenty of time for a late drive in the second half.
So I'll go back, Murph, on the timeout. A few years back, we went over to Lexington when my boy Dan was still playing. He was probably a sophomore at the time. And Sal Freelick was the quarterback at Lexington. And I've never seen – I watched that game, and it was actually it was a great game that Lexington won. I think Reading still put up 32 on them. They probably lost 45-32. And Sal Frelick was the most electric high school football player I've ever seen in my life. He wins the Gatorade Football Player of the Year in Massachusetts. And you know what he did this past week, Murph?
What did he do?
He played center field for the Milwaukee Brewers in the playoffs against the Diamondbacks. He is actually a better
Unreal.
baseball player. And Algieri's tweet earlier made me think about that, about what it was to watch Sal Frelick play football, knowing that he had a tremendous baseball career up at Boston College. Gets drafted, goes to the Brewers, gets called up this year, and he's been up there all year and playing center field for the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers not so lucky. They got swept by the Diamondbacks. But what a story. Middlesex League's own super athlete Sal Frelick playing for Major League Baseball.
Back to the action here. Look for the Rockets to be in some sort of a zone coverage here, trying to play all passes up in front of them and tackle being 4th and long. Kamenos and Jake Palm, safeties.
Got to think this is a passing down. He's back. Mandel's back. He
There's
throws
your
over.
screen
There's
pass.
this game.
Great
Beautiful.
job,
Knocked down by
Andrew.
Jack Bonney.
Have a day, 7.
Wow, and the Rockets take over with absolutely plenty of time here in the half more for 3:37.
I mean, well coached, right? We talked about the screen pass. Coach Blanche, Coach Fury, all over that as well. Defense stayed home. Jack Bonney with the knockdown, perfectly executed. He's playing inspired football today, I'll tell you that, number 7.
And to your point, Murph, we haven't seen them throw the ball downfield much at all this season. I looked at a couple of games, so you spying out the center screen, nice work.
Sometimes the predictions come true. I like to dabble in them every now and again, just so you know. Great job by Jacob Whitmer, too, by the way, number 72, staying home, playing great on that last stand.
Rockets take over here. Bursey flanking Murph, 2 left, 2 right. Looks like he's calling there. Is in motion. That's Morris. He keeps himself. That's a
go,
play.
Jack.
Look at the
Go,
move.
Jack.
Look at the
go,
green
Jack.
in front of Murphy.
Go, Jack. Get going.
He's
Go, go,
still
go.
on his feet.
Go, go, go.
He might go the distance.
Go, run.
What?
Run.
Oh, he just gets pushed out. Gets tracked down by number 6 was Jake Kerbel, the other quarterback, or at least the quarterback at the beginning of the game. And Murphy takes it for about 50 yards inside the 25-yard line.
This is the other offensive set, right? They can spread you out and use their speed a little bit. And great play call and deceptive play by the quarterback to pull that one and sprint for 50.
Murph, we talk about RPO. Does Jack have a couple of different options there? He could hand it to Morris. He could keep it. He could pull it back.
He does it based on what the defense gives him. He has really 3 options, and he chose the right one on that play.
Well, they gave him 50 on that option, and what a run by Jack Murphy. Right up the gut goes to Jack. Is that Jack Bonney or is that Bursey?
That's Andrew.
Jack Bonney. The 7 and the 2 are hard to see from up here, Murph. They're very similar, but nonetheless, no gain there for Jack Bonney. And we got someone down and hurt, and that's big old Bex.
Looks like Bex, Brady Bex.
He's sitting up immediately, though, even before the trainer gets there, but he got dinged up there.
Looks like it's an elbow.
And he's holding that left arm. We'll take a break in the action while Beckenhuis gets set up. Maybe we'll get our cheerleaders over here on the right. It looks like they'll wait too. I usually try to get things going here, but nonetheless, we have a little break in the action while Brady Beckenhuis gets attended to.
We'll call out a couple more sponsors, Timmy, while we have the break. Latanzi Insurance Agency, Latham Law Office, PDA Dental Group, The Savings Bank, Gilbert Insurance, The Charles Restaurant, the Venetian Moon. You love the Venetian Moon, I bet. Those apple martinis.
I don't know if I haven't been there as much as my wife and my sister go there. I don't. They never invite me when they go, Murph, to the Venetian. But we have also Sports Zone 101, Julie Swanson, Realtor, Cafe Capri, which we love, and we will come back and make a note for the rest of our sponsors later as they break the huddle. 2nd and 10 here. We have Palm and Morris right, Kamenos and Labriola left. In motion right there is Morris. It's a keeper for
go Murph. Go Murph. Go Murph. Run. Protect that ball.
He's still on his feet right there.
Nice
Tough
shot.
guy to bring down. Gets inside the 20. He's going to be very close to the first down, but just short. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 upcoming. 2:37 to go in the half here, Murph.
All right, they're going back to their Wildcat on short yardage here. Wildcat meaning you take the quarterback out of the game. You put the 3 running backs in the game. In this case, it's Jack Vaughney calling the play, calling the signal, and will run the ball. It gives the offense an additional head count in the running game here. See if the Rockets can move the pile.
It's a new look here for the Rockets. He keeps it right up the gut, following
Get up, Andrew.
number 6, and he gets stacked up. No offense to number 1, but he can run pretty well too, Murph.
Yeah, it's not just a gripe that I have with that set, but in football in general. Okay, you get the guy who's touching the ball every play, and hey, we get down in the red zone. Let's take him out and give it to somebody. I mean, very rarely does it work in my experience. Even at the pro level, they tried it for a couple years. New Orleans Saints tries it with their guys.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
I think where a wildcat can be really effective is when the back that you put in is a very, very different player than your quarterback, right? Which might give you different options. When
right.
You saw, the Michael Vicks of the day, are the guys that you can bring in who weren't maybe a starting quarterback at the time, who can give you some different options, make you think about some different things, and have to defend differently. If there's not a real gap between skill sets, maybe not as effective.
And what is interesting is, I'll knock on wood here, but backup quarterback Mike Shute is out of the game today. He was dinged up in the JV game last year as Isaac Robinson gets helped off the field. Looks like an ankle. He's our left tackle.
He doesn't want to put some weight on that, and Isaac is a big body on that line.
Okay, big
Sophomore.
4th down. Looks like Murphy's going back in the game, more of a traditional set. Coach Sheehan giving the play. Hope Isaac's okay. Tremendous football player, but great baseball player. You should see this kid swing the baseball bat, Timmy. Isaac Robinson, an absolute slugger. Although he's not thinking about hitting a baseball right now. Hope he's okay.
When you're listed at 6 feet 250, I imagine you can get a hold of the ball.
Again, is the only sophomore on that offensive line. Rockets will test their depth here with
2:02 to go. We have Palm and Comino split left. Varsity in the backfield. Looks like a stacked backfield here because we have both Varsity and Jack Vonnie behind Murphy, who's going to be under center for this call.
Just sneak it, Jack.
Very short, 4th and inches here.
Oh,
he
on.
Looks like there's some movement in the backfield, and they're going to bring it back 5 yards here. It looked like Andrew, he didn't move his feet. He sort of leaned forward. There's a little bit of a flinch that they thought was movement. I actually think Jack Vonnie didn't move his feet. He looked like this, but he did move. And there's an illegal motion, and they bring it back 5 yards. So different play call coming in here.
Keep it simple. Sneak it for the 1st down and win the game. Get cute with the cadence, and bad things can happen.
1:44 to go here. Rockets now in a 4th and 5. Big play now. Go back to a traditional 3 left, 1 right.
Arlington and man-to-man.
Back to passes. Murphy. He's looking to swing it out. He gets out, evades. He's got some time right there. Beautiful catch. Goes to Labriola inside to the 5-yard line.
Way to make a play.
What a play by Murphy. Extends the play, rolls out right, and finds Labriola for the big 1st down there. What a play, but keep this one going.
Zach Labs has quickly become a safety blanket for Murph when he scrambles out of the pocket. Zach's always moving toward the ball, making big catches.
They'll tell those guys, if you have the awareness that the play's broken, get yourself open, and Murphy finds them.
Could be 1st and goal here. No more 1st downs. 57 seconds left to go and counting. Rockets still have a couple timeouts.
Back to the fullback set here. Goes right. He's going to throw it. He goes up right there tonight. Oh! He goes out to Cominos and hits him in the hands. Good-looking play.
Good coverage there on the fade ball. Number 7. How about this for a name? Manhu Manhenthrian.
That is a
good
name.
play. We'll just call him Manu.
That's a serious name.
Brady Common. They get some athletes. Cominos and Palm have some size. I like to throw it up and use their athleticism on 1st down there. Good defense.
Right now we have Palm and Morris right, Cominos and Labriola left. Bursey alone in the backfield with Murphy. 2nd and goal.
No safeties, deep,
In
man to
motion
man.
right there. Morris, he's going to keep it himself right up
Jack.
the gut is Murphy. He's going to go for it.
Touchdown.
He's in.
Put your hands up.
Oh, they say he's down on the 1-foot line here. Just short of the goal line. We have 39 seconds. I think they called timeout right here to stop the clock.
They did. Another dinged up Arlington player. Unfortunately, number 1, Sean Boyce. Looks like he's getting up under his own power.
Yeah, good to see Sean. He's doing all right now. 39 seconds to go here in the half. The Rockets looking to extend up 7.
Looks like they're going back to the Wildcat here on 3rd and 1 from the 1 yard line. They'll be looking to likely run the ball over the right side. Josh Robichaud, James Donahue. Of course, big Jack Nelson in the middle. See who's going to be calling the signals here, Bursey or Jack Vaughney. 2 downs to get it, and you have 2 timeouts left, so plenty of time here. Looks like it's going to be Bursey in the backfield, flanked by Savio, 25, and Mikey Boudiette, number 6, with Deemer at tight end.
3rd and goal from the 1. See Palm split way
Looks like
left.
a little confusion here. Let's hope they can get to the line and execute this play. Get set. Got to get set.
Mike Boudiette in there at. Oh yeah, this is the shotgun. Right
Get in,
up.
Devon.
Got to Devon. He does it. He gets very close there.
No, they didn't give it to him. They didn't give it
Not
to him.
give it to him.
Didn't give it to him. I thought he might have had it there. Good play by Arlington there. I'm not sure who's at the bottom of that pile. Looks like number 4, Darian Cherry, a junior running back defensive end.
You'll see Cherry come in to spell Mills every once in a while from the running back position.
Beckenhuis back in the game. Looks like that left arm is wrapped, though. He's struggling with that left wing. Although if you know the Beckenhuises, you know he's going to be in this football game no matter what. Okay, big play. 4th and goal here. We're up by 7 going into halftime. Big student section here. Got to get loud here. See what play Coach Sheen is going to pull out of his hat here. Looks like they're out of the Wildcat. Murphy back in the game.
Big play right here. Arlington would love to stuff the Rockets and go into the half only down 7.
Let's go. Let's go. Clock's running. Go, go, go. Play clock, that is, not the game clock. Murphy under center.
Murphy jogs out. He has Jack Vaughney and Bursey behind him. A couple of running options here. Right up the go. Oh, it's a misdirection.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo! And Bursey goes in. Little miscommunication there. Went to the wrong side. Murphy turns around to pass. And almost, I think that actually confused the line of Arlington, and Bursey goes in for the touchdown. So, fortunate play there on a broken one for the Rockets.
Yep, they got lucky there. They were confused coming out of the huddle, and a little miscommunication between Bursey and Murphy, but it worked out for the Rockets, who go up by 2 scores with the extra point to come.
Wow, 28 seconds to go. The Rockets fortunate to get that one in. And Palm booms it.
Oh, he missed it.
Wow. That one, it's so hard to see that coming through there, but Palm misses that one, and Reading, with 28 seconds to go in the half, lead 20-7 over Arlington. And here we go, light show.
Great drive by the Rockets. If you remember, we got the ball back on that great defensive stand. Big play by Murphy there to move it into the red zone. Couple passes, couple runs. Great job by the guys up front, and a key score going into halftime. This is a different ball game if they don't get that in.
No doubt about it. I think Arlington would have been thrilled, as mentioned, to going down 7.
And, of course, in true Bill Belichick fashion, Tim, the Rockets score, and then they get the ball back to potentially put this one a little bit further out of reach. I got a quick shout-out here by my guy Howie Rock. Okay, he's the coach of the middle school 7th grade team. They're undefeated this season. They're 4-0 with an average margin of victory of 21 points. The 6th grade team is also 4-0, steamrolling their way through AYF, which is American Youth Football. So the middle school program is alive and well, super strong. As you've mentioned, with the Pop Warner Group, the future is bright here for the Rockets football.
He said I talked with freshman coach Nick DiNapoli last week. They were 3-1, and he says that team is doing very, very well. Took their first loss in a real tight game to Woburn. I imagine those boys will be playing tomorrow. Is the boom by Palm. He squibs this one, which is smart to do. Wow, bounces a live ball right there. Pops in the air. Gets stacked up by a couple of bodies, including Boris, and they stop him at the 30-yard line. 22 seconds to go here. Be interesting to see if Arlington wants to do something tricky here, or they're content to go in down 13.
Again, Daniel Agami, 34 on that tackle, assisted by 45 Riley Leonard. Ryan Fitzgerald in the mix. I love on special teams when you hear the same names, the same guys are always flying to the football. They really do change the game when they play well on special teams.
1st and 10 from the 31 here. You may see Arlington just kneel on this one. If not, maybe it's time for some trickery. Good to see Beck's back in the game.
Yeah, it looks like he has that left arm wrapped up pretty good. Hopefully he's okay to go the rest of the way. Arlington going back to their original quarterback here, number 6, Jake Kerbel. Giving my man Roshan a rest.
Break the huddle. Peter Harrison, number 11. It's a key guy they've called and plays. He's had some big plays. This one gets handed off right up the gut to Mills. Oh, my gosh, what a run.
Tackle, Jake.
He's got one guy to beat.
Oh.
Wow, what an absolutely beautiful tackle by Zach Lindmark. A touchdown saving tackle before the half.
Huge wow. Zachary from the opposite cornerback position. A perfect form tackle to save that score.
Biggest play from scrimmage, and Mills is one tackler away from going into the half, down less than a score, and Lindmark saves it.
A new look there for Arlington. They put Cherry and Mills in the same backfield and ran a misdirection. Caught the Rockets unprepared for that snap. Coach Blanche, Coach Field certainly use this time to make that adjustment. They should be able to adjust going forward. These are the plays you cannot take off. 12 seconds left. Now's not the time to rest. One more tackle ought to do it. I'm not sure Kerbel has completed a pass today. Has he yet, Tim? I'm not sure. Certainly nothing deep. And again, they're going to go with Cherry and Mills flanking Kerbel in the backfield.
And he's going to keep it himself.
Good job, Andrew. Good job, Sean.
Jack Bonney again. I tell you, Andrew Jack Bonney has been all over the field today on offense and defense.
Credit Sean Crowley there, 257, not going for the cheese, keeping his leverage outside. Those two have done a nice job tonight.
Jack Bonney looks inspired out there. Now they bring in a different package, expecting with 4 seconds to go a pass somewhere deep.
9-11. Yeah, this is their sort of Hail Mary defense. Call it prevent if you want. Get back, nothing deep, but they also have to tackle. A lot of times teams will throw a screen here and let a guy like Mills try to run it in. Here comes Rashawn Mandel at QB. Perhaps he has the better arm that could reach.
They rolled a couple of guys in at QB today for Arlington. They got 3 split right, 1 left. Look for him back to pass, and he is. He swings it out immediately.
Oh, little lateral, little took and ladder. Good play, Brady. Good play, Devon. Another lateral.
Still keeping it alive. But
that was cool.
Right there, Brady Cominos.
Well done.
He snipped that one out. And at the end of the half, it's the Rockets 20, the Spy Ponders 7. All right, listen, Murph, we are going to give the dance team another shot.
Yeah, let's do that.
A little bit short. I'm going to throw out some names. I'm going to throw out just some first names. I mentioned some of the girls here, but Coach was up here. There's Audrey, Sophia, Maeve, Madison, Olivia, Jillian, Kate, McKenna, Sam, and Emily make up the Reading High dance team. And guess what? They're going to get their time right now at halftime. The band should be coming out here. I go with the production that Arlington has going here. I'm sure halftime will be great. We'll see you at the end of the half, Murph. Hey, Murph, we're back here for the second half, just under a minute before we get the kickoff from which the Rockets will get the ball back, leading 20-7.
Yeah, good first half for Reading on both sides of the ball and special teams, with the exception of that first Murphy pass that got intercepted by Mills. He took that opening play back for a pick six, as they call it, to put Arlington on the board. Other than that, Rockets special teams have been great. Their defense has been stout against the run and the pass, and their offense has really clicked. Combination of Murphy passing, Bursey and Jack Voney running behind that offensive line, and then, of course, Murphy with his legs too. So good, well-rounded first half. Of course, you got to come out and do it again as they receive the second half kickoff here.
We got Labriola back. Is that Jack Voney as well?
Sure is.
We've only called Andrew's name 100 times today.
He's playing really well. Got 20 Jamal Palmer back there with Lindmark on the second level. If a squib kick could go to Palmer or Zach Lindmark.
Set to kick here is Harrison. Made some big plays at wideout for Arlington in the first half. It's a good kick there. Booms it. Wow.
Got to go.
Picks it up. He's got to pick it up.
Pick it up and go.
Picks it up at the 7. Cuts back. Oh, he busts a tackle. Two guys run into each other.
Good job.
And he takes it out to the 23-yard line. So it turns nothing into something and gets some field position back.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Rockets.
Isaac Robinson starting left offensive tackle out with a knee injury, potential sprained knee. He won't see any action here in the second half. He'll be missed. You know, guys like Jacob Whitmer, James Donahue, Jeremiah Sanford, number 79, will have to fill in the gap on the left side.
Murphy and company break from Coach Pat Sheehan. Looks like we have Palm and Morris, three split right. Zabriola, Palm, and Morris right. Say Comino split left. Bursey flanks Murph. Right there, handoff right to Devon. Gets stacked up there and doesn't gain much of anything. We see big Brady Beckon, who's 54 in there. Number 6 in there for Arlington as well. That's Jake Kerbel, who's taken some snaps at quarterback.
Same skill group out there to start the half with Cominos, Labriola, Morris, and Palm at the receiver spot. Murphy flanked, of course, by Devon Bursey. A lot of underclassmen in the skill positions for the Rockets.
Bursey flanks Murph, 2 left, 2 right. Murph back to pass. He swings it underneath. It looks like that one caught the ball and he gets about a yard or two. It looks like that one almost bounced there, but good play to catch it, but not much there. It's going to be 3rd and call it 9 upcoming. That quick out pass has worked a couple of times for the Rockets. They go back to it, but that one gets no gain. And big 3rd down play here.
Arlington looks like they're in a cover 2 zone, 4-3 defense.
Think a passing situation here for Murph. Palm splits out farther right. Back to pass. Murphy steps up and he throws. Oh, wow.
Bobby
what
Morris.
A
What a catch by Bobby Morris.
And he may have it. They're going to give him the first.
Unbelievable, Robert.
Murph pulls it down. Looks like he's going to run and actually jumps up above a guy and throws it to Morris, and they move the sticks.
Way to
what
go, 16.
A play by Morris and Murphy. Murphy looked like he was swallowed up there in the middle. Looked like one of those jump passes over the middle. He jumps up and throws it to Morris, who gets the first down. Big play on 3rd and 9. New set of change here at the 39 for Reading.
Back to the Wildcat offense with senior Andrew Jack Voney, number 7, calling the signals.
So Jack Voney takes for about 3 or 4
Good
yards.
gain on first down.
It's probably the best looking play out of the Wildcat today for 5 yards.
As I mentioned, the skill positions, you get Labriola and Palm that are juniors. You've got Cominos and Bobby Morris, who are sophomores. So a lot of good young skill to complement Murphy and Bursey in the backfield. Out there, number 25.
I think one of the things I'd like to do, Murph, today is let's call out the names of our seniors that's before the game is out. Being senior night here. Right there, he hands it right up to Bursey. Right in the backfield was Beckenhuis. Bursey evades him but gets stacked up immediately. It's going to be, gets about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and just under 5 here. Big play upcoming. Labriola in, Savio out. Two left, two right for the Rockets. Bursey flanks Murphy. Looks like it could be a passing down here, and it is. He swings it out right there. And he's got one. Oh my gosh! He has Devon Bursey with nothing but green in front of him, and Devon can't take it down. Beautifully set up pass. I think Devon got a little bit ahead of himself there. He had plenty of time to make the catch, and I think he saw so much green, his eyes got big, and he couldn't pull it in. So the Rockets are actually going to kick this one away. Fortunate for Arlington, but that play could have went for huge numbers if Devon could have pulled it in.
First punt of the evening here for the Rockets, and of course the ever dangerous Mills back to return. See if Jay kicks it to him or potentially.
Oh, we might have an extra guy on the field. Some guy ran on the field like that's a bomb right there from Tom. It's
great
a good
kick, great
bounce.
kick, great bounce.
It's going to get down inside the 25-yard line and keep it away from Mills. So nice kick. They looks like the Rockets had one less guy on the field, so he ran on late, but doesn't harm them as Palm booms a big kick, and they're going to start from their own 24. Murph, being what could be our last game here this year, I do want to mention a couple of people, and one of them is Luke Schneider, who actually is our guy back at RCTV. He makes all of this possible. Getting cameras set up here, allowing us grown men to act like boys up here and have a lot of fun and call the games for the high school. And so Luke is a critical part of all things streaming Reading High football. So big thanks to Luke. He's a huge help and he's a good guy.
Definitely agree. And I would love, by the way, Arlington, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, brought about 12 students from Arlington High. What an operation they run here. I would love for some students from Reading High School who want to do this. Take my job, take your job. Like, come do it. If you're interested in this as a field and you want to learn on the fly and have some fun, by all means, give us a shout.
Right there's a handoff to Mills.
Pummeled it.
And the Rockets have it. Wow. What a play. They mishandled the snap.
Sean
Mills up the middle.
Johnny on the spot.
And this is what happened to Arlington twice last week, and it turned into big plays, is they couldn't take care of the ball. They can't blame the rain and wet conditions of Lexington on that one. They just missed the handoff, and Sean Crowley, senior captain, pounces on it, and the Rockets are going to take over here, 1st and 10 from their own 26. Murph, I see you're setting up your own succession plan. Why do I think that it might happen right after Jack Murphy graduates?
Hey, like you, I'll be a little bit more of an empty nester. I'll be bored too. I might be back. You never know.
The only reason I'm here is because my wife said, get the heck out of the house.
It's Rockets a lot of fun.
Take over here. Savio in the fullback position. Bursey gets the handoff. Oh, right handoff from Murphy. Oh, look at the room he has.
Good tackle.
Cuts left and right.
Great run, great tackle by Mills.
He takes it very close to a new first down. It's going to be 2nd and short. Bursey is elusive. First contact doesn't matter to Devon, as we saw in his earlier touchdown when he had half the Arlington team on him. He spun out of it for a 20-yard scamper for a touchdown. Same look here. Cominos left. It's like Morris and Palm right. Back to pass, he throws it up underneath. That one goes to Morris.
Good job,
Morris
Bobby.
Gets the first down, and he's down to about the 10-yard line. So 2 quick hits right here, and then move the chains. 7:47 to go in the third, and the Rockets are looking to extend. There is room for a first down before the end zone. But 1st and 10 here from the 12. Right there, back to pass. Oh, Murphy pulls it down. He's got big pressure on him. Oh, gosh, he had Savio out in the flank.
Good play by number 6 to step in there and knock
Beautiful
that ball down.
Play. That was their quarterback, their sometime quarterback, number 6. It was Kerbal who made the play there, and he had Savio out in the flat. He knocks it down and saves the touchdown. So 2nd and 10 here for the Rockets. Starting to cool down a little bit here, Murph, after being really warm earlier.
Yeah, a little wind, but it doesn't look like it's having much impact on the game. The flag is hanging straight down.
Beautiful night for football, and the rain's held off. He's looking for someone in motion, looks like that, and there it goes. There's Morris in motion. He keeps it himself, Murphy, and Murph takes it for about, let's call it 3 or 4 right there. It's going to be 3rd down and let's say 7.
This may not be 4-down territory. We have a great leg in Jake Palm if we don't get it here on 3rd and long. That's a weapon that not a lot of teams have at the high school level.
Murphy was a ball carrier, carries the ball to the 10. It's going to be 3rd and about 9.
Big play here, 3rd and long.
Murphy back to pass. He's got time right across the middle. Oh, he's hit big and he drops the ball. That was Zach Labriola catches the ball and gets absolutely crunched and drops the ball.
Good job by Mills there. He's a good player, man. He can tackle.
Incomplete pass. Mr. Everything for Arlington. Mills is there, and they look like they're going to bring in a
field goal
team. I love to see it, Murph. I tell you, the snap, a hold, the spin of the football and a kick, there's a lot of things that have to go on to make this successful, short of even having a guy with a great leg like Palm.
Riley Learned makes it all go. Number 45, the long snapper. Of course, holder is Murphy. Palm, the kicker.
Palm
3 really good athletes, veteran kids.
Palm sets up for the field goal.
Good snap,
it's
good hold,
long
good kick.
enough, and is it?
Let's go.
It's
all
good.
Right. Oh, boy.
Beautiful. Nice kick by Jake Palm to make it 23-7 Rockets with 6:30 to go in the 3rd. So big play. He thought we had Labriola for the 1st down. Couldn't hold on to it with a big stick from Mills, so Jake Palm tacks on 3.
Number 68, senior Nicky Votor is in there, a staple in that field goal unit. Had a great block there, allowing that to get out. Big shout out to Nick.
Why don't we call it a couple more senior names here, Murph. Number 3 is Antoine Fetz, senior. Andrew Jack Vonnie, we've called 100 times. Mark Tango, number 9, is a senior for us. Shea Donahue, senior. Michael Olson, senior. Zidane Lopez, senior. Dan Agami, I hope I got that right.
Yeah, Zidane, you got Zidane Lopez, you got Daniel Agami, yep.
Perfect. Andrew McGilvery, number 51, senior. Sean Crowley, you mentioned his name a couple times, senior captain, number 57. We'll call some more seniors in a sec as Palm gets ready to kick off to Arlington.
Arlington's playing some games with Mills and not showing Palm where he's going to line up.
Palm booms this one, and it is going to go to Mills. Waits for his blocker to get ahead of him. Cuts left, then right. He's got some room, and he gets stacked up by Deemer and company. So Ben Deemer in there on the tackle, and Arlington's going to take over 3rd and 5. You know, short of that first play of the game, the 60-yard interception return for the touchdown, Arlington hasn't been able to get much going here. They've had a couple of decent long plays here, Murph, but really nothing sustained.
Number 23, Michael Olson, you just mentioned him as a senior. Really good job on that kickoff, bringing Mills down.
Beautiful. Nick Vitor, you just mentioned him, 68, senior. Ravon Ryland, senior. Jack Nelson, we mentioned earlier. I just saw Jack's mom said hi to her at the halftime. Big Josh Robichaux, senior captain, number 75 in the middle. I think I got them all, Murph. Hopefully I got them all, but nonetheless, here at homecoming, we want to honor our seniors who may, and just may, be playing their last home game here.
Of course, Thanksgiving at Stoneham this year, so that'll be exciting for them regardless, but certainly not on the home field.
Right there, it's a pitch out to Mills. Oh, good block right there in front of him, but he gets stacked up immediately. Who is that? It looks like Deemer. Deemer closed it. Great block ahead of Mills. He had a little seam there. The block was on Palm, who came up, but Deemer closes the door for a short gain.
That was a good football player. Jake Palm, what they call he wrong-armed it, right? He came in with his right shoulder, and yes, he was blocked, but that allowed a teammate to come clean it up. Good clean hit. Was that Beckenhuis that was coming around on him? Or was it a back? I wasn't sure. Anyway, it was a good block. Jeremiah Sanford at defensive end, number 79, next to James Donahue, 66, both juniors.
Empty set here for Kerbal. Right there, the handoff is to number 11. Had a couple of big plays here. That's
Mike Boudiette.
Sorry, Peter Harrison, and Boudiette closes the door on him for a short gain. Going to be third and call it 6 upcoming.
Good pursuit by Palm, Boudiette, Ben Deemer.
Big third down play here, still in their territory. They are down a couple of touchdowns here with a quarter and a half to play, so it's not guaranteed 4-down territory. They haven't had much success
with players like Mills and Harrison, though. These guys are big play people. Got to tackle.
There's Harrison right there. He keeps it himself.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a nice looking play. And he drops the ball, and there's a flag down, too. What a beautifully set up play right there. He keeps it, rolls out right, and Lindmark bit on it. He was wide open, throws it up underneath. It would have been a penalty anyway. So they decline it, and it's going to be, is that a 4th down play? Wow. Pass interference call might have been on the receiver here, Murph, so it might have been called back anyway, but maybe that's why he was so wide open on Lindmark. But nonetheless, good-looking play, and much like we couldn't execute with Varsity, they can't execute a play that could have sent them to the house. And now it's 4th down and 6.
Looks like Arlington is keeping the offense in the game here. A risky call here on 4th and 6. Down.
Well, they are
down 3 scores.
Down 3 scores now with the field goal.
Mandela quarterback.
Right there, it's a throw. Oh, underneath. Look at that. Big number 66.
Good
nice
job,
play.
Jake.
Jake Palm says no. Looked like Dikembe Mutombo right there saying no, and the Rockets turn over the ball. They wanted to throw that pass up underneath, and big number 66 from Reading's hands were in the air. That was James Donahue. And Jamie said no. He did a great job to adjust and look for a receiver, and Palm defends it beautifully.
Great job by Palm knocking that ball down. I remember last year he started as a sophomore, and he tried to intercept that ball, right, and on 4th down. But this time he recognized, knocks the ball down, gives the ball back to his offense. See if we can get a quick score to put this one away.
I don't know if my math skills are great, Murph, but it actually is a 2-score game if they were going to get 16.
Yep, with extra points.
3, but it's actually 2, so they're still within that. Oh, big play right there. Throws up
Go
underneath.
Jake. Go Jake.
Wow. That play was set up, big pressure on Murphy, and he stuck in there. He got pounded, but he turns it into about a 6-yard gain.
That was a screen play of our own, sort of invite the rush, dump it off to a wide receiver. Good play on 1st down.
Good poise by Murphy to get rid of that correctly, even though he knew he was going to take a big pop, which he did, but he gets right back up there. 2nd and under 5 right now, inside the 35-yard line of Arlington. 3:48 to go in the 3rd. Back to pass here.
Another screen pass, same play.
He's on his feet. Oh, he breaks it for the
Jake.
1st down.
Attaboy, Jake.
We'll call that first down for Mathnasium on Haven Aesthetics and Bunratty Tavern.
Love
How
that.
about that, kid? We'll call
All right.
We'll call it the first down. The sponsor's first down. We get 3 more in. We'll get the rest of them in, too.
Does that get us a free Guinness?
I hope so. I've been trying. I'm going to talk to Eilish down there, and so we just dropped Bunratty Tavern's name, and we'll see if Murphy and O'Connor can get down there and do what we do best. Two split right. Bursey flanks Murph. Cominos one-on-one near field. Murph hands it off right up to Bursey. Cuts left and right. He gets a couple of yards but gets stacked up. Let's call it 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7 upcoming.
Second down, 8. All right, fans, one more time here for the number. Make sure you pick up your book. You got to listen. 3, 6, 5, 8, 8.
Jack Boney back in the game for Bursey.
If I go much louder, people in the neighborhood are playing. 3, 6, 5, 8, 8, 1, 9, 6.
Lifelong voice of the Rockets up in the booth, Ace Bryson. Just a little editorializing up here as he calls the 50-50 raffle winner. All right, actually didn't go nearly as far as we thought. It looked like Rockets are going to call timeout here. Didn't like the look there. There's actually 2nd and 8 coming up. I thought they got a couple more on that particular one. The timeout Reading here with 2:08 to go in the third. Reading leads 23-7, and they're threatening. Murph, while we have this timeout, let's get the last of our sponsors in here. Toomey Irrigation, King's Complete Auto, the Fucillo Felipe team from William Ravis Real Estate, Sweepin' Man Chimney Service, and the River Street Sheet Metal Service. Thanks so much to all of the signed sponsors here. All the stuff that we do that they collect through Fourth goes to making the Rocket football program an excellent one year in and year out. Well, we talk about some other guys who've been here forever. Ticket man extraordinaire Kevin Driscoll has been taking tickets in these games for years. Of course, I called him Kevin Sullivan 2 years ago for about 2 years, but this is what us Irish guys do, Murph. Sullys, Murphys, Driscolls, Okies. You know how many friends I have named Driscoll and Sullivan? 175. But Kevin Driscoll is the guy who takes the tickets. He's a great guy, big football fan. Rolls out left. Murphy throwing against. He's got Palm. What a play by Palm. Did he make the catch?
What a catch. One-handed grab.
Wow.
Throw that one on ESPN Top Plays. Outstanding.
Murphy rolling to his left, throws it out. Looked like it was uncatchable, and Palm throws up one hand and pulls it in. What a catch by Jake Palm. And the Rockets first and goal here just inside the 10. Beautiful pass and catch from Murphy to Palm. Jack Bonney and Bursey in the I formation. That one goes to Bursey. Big
nice
hole. Oh my gosh. It looked like Bursey could have cut a little bit right and got in there, but he puts his head down instead and drills it inside the 3-yard line.
Nice one-on-one battle there by Ben Deemer and Darian Cherry. Deemer got the best of Cherry on that one. Two good football players in a one-on-one battle.
Big play here. We'll watch that big giant head of yours, Murph, so we don't cut off the incredible feed here from Arlington. Under center this time, hands it off right up the gut to Bursey. He takes it in untouched. Looks like the second touchdown for Devon Bursey, and he goes in. Rockets make it 29-7 with 1:20 to go here in the third. They look to make it 30-7. They're setting off the fireworks here, Murph, for USA night in the student section.
Looks like the Rockets are going for 2 here, Tim. Up 22.
Rocket student section letting him know that they appreciate it.
Good for Reading. They've, again, lost 2 games by a total of 3 points. Look really good tonight. They're going to get their first win on their home turf.
Jack Vonnie flanking Murph. In motion is Bursey for this one. And Mercy goes under center. Oh, they smash it out to Murph. He looks back. Big pressure, and he's got wide open. Who's that?
Ben Deemer.
Is that Deemer?
He dropped it. Did he drop it?
I thought they might have said he had it. Oh, they look like we get some motion. They're actually going to call a penalty here, too, on the Rockets. Do they get another set here?
They'll decline it. They'll decline it. Oh, I thought he caught it.
I believe he caught it, too, but they're calling a penalty on it.
And the way Ben threw his hands on his helmet, it looked like he was disappointed in himself, so he must have dropped it.
Deemer looking for his first 2 points as a
player here. Those fullbacks love they never get the football. He finally gets a chance to get the football. I'm sure Jack will let him off easy on that one. They won't bust his chops about that later, will they?
Poor Ben would have looked up, and now he was happy to see that it was actually a penalty that they declined. So no good. Rockets lead 29-7, 1:20 to go in the third. Rockets been in command most of this one. I'm going to shout out another name who makes things always possible up here for us, Murph. AD Tom Zaya. Tom Zaya has been a huge proponent of the streaming games here. Obviously, when they first started back in the COVID days when people couldn't come out, really important for friends and family to see the Rockets when they get a chance to get back on the field. And Tom's been a huge proponent. Tom did a lot of stuff for us to actually get a playoff game and get that broadcasted. You can believe it, there's an incredible amount of rules around MIAA to broadcast playoff games. Tom stepped up for us then, so a big shout out to AD Tom Zaya. Palm back to kick. Rockets in command here, 29-7.
Palm flanked by number 80, Ben Peterson, and 45, Riley Leonard.
Kick right there. They want to keep the ball away from Mills, and great job right there by Harrison just to go down. Ends up being good field position. It's a good play. Goes down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Arlington from the 35, and we're going to have to see something new here, Murph, if they want to get themselves back in the game. Jeremiah Sanford running in there, the line. Big number 79. We got Robichaud in there. We got Crowley.
Rockets will play in a traditional 4-3 defense with Andrew Jackvani, Mikey Boudiette, and Ben Deemer, the linebacker spots.
Mills flanking. It's a Kerbal in there.
2 deep zone.
Now this is actually Mandel back in there, changing the play at the line. Mills flanks Mandel. He's trying to give his receiver the play. They're looking it up. I think they're a little confused here what play is going, but he's back to pass. Throws it up underneath.
No, he didn't.
He goes to Mills. He gets stacked up immediately.
Jacob Whitmer just absolutely crushed my guy Mandel.
72. Whitmer came in and put a huge lick on him.
Tough kid, though. Mandel got right up and hustled over to the sideline after getting walloped by big
that
Jacob
would end up
Whitmer.
being a pass for a loss, too. So adding insult to injury right there is they lost a yard on the play.
Great pass rush. He's a big kid. I wouldn't want him landing on me.
He is a house, and he was coming in unblocked there from the right side. 2nd and 11, coming.
He's listed at 6'2", 235. Definitely a big boy.
Right there, handoff right now. They got to Mills. Beautiful play, but Deemer says no. Wow. He looked like he had a lot of room in front of him, and Ben Deemer and it looks like number 6 was in there, Boudiette. Both they got both those guys we talked about earlier in the game. Big fire from 44 and Boudiette, and they make the play right there.
Yeah, Mills looks like he's running out of gas a little bit. Oh no, we got celebrities in the house. Jesse Doherty, the man, the legend, home, record-setting wide receiver is home.
Jesse Doherty, what a career he had.
Can we interview Jesse? Can we get him up for an interview? Mind if I interview him?
No, we can absolutely get him up here. On these homecoming weekends, Murph, we love to get ex-players here or former players here so we can talk to them.
Yes.
So always love to have it on homecoming. Hey, normally, Murph. No, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna hop off here, Murph. If we get Jesse Doherty up here and you can talk to him. Love talking to former players. all-star record setter here at Reading. We've had, normally we get last year's captains, but one of them is playing football down at Brown University. And I want to talk about that a little bit too in the fourth, Murph, as Rockets have this one to come in. I am going to hand over the headset to Jesse Doherty, and we're going to have Murph talk to former player, league all-star, record setter here. And we'll see if we can even turn, we might even get a little bit of camera on it here. Guys, say hi to Jesse Doherty. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Jesse, what's up, my friend?
Not much. How are we?
Great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Welcome home.
Feels great to be back.
Awesome.
I haven't been gone for long.
Okay, good atmosphere. What are you thinking about the Rockets here tonight?
Hey, we're looking great. Bounce back somehow, you know what I mean? We're looking good. They're looking good.
Yeah, so what we'll do here is I'll call the play-by-play, and we'll chat in between plays, and we'll see what's going on. I'm sure the fans out there love to hear from a Rocket legend. So if you know of anybody, send them up. Just kidding. No,
okay.
You're it. You're the legend. You're the legend.
Thank you.
It'll be 3rd and long here for the Spy Ponders. Play action fake, pass over the middle. It passes complete to number 6. A good first down play. Tackled by number 7, Andrew Jackvani. So Jesse, remind the audience where you are in your freshman year of college.
Yeah, I'm at Salve Regina University. I'm playing basketball there. I tore my ACL actually in January though, so we're still getting back.
We remember. How's the rehab going?
It's going good. Two more months, and then we're back.
Okay. So what can you do now? Free throws, 3-pointers.
Yeah, we're shooting, running straight. That's it.
Okay. You look good. You're staying in good shape in the weight room and things.
Thank you. Yeah.
So tell me about what you've seen tonight. Obviously, last year with James at QB, you and Stroud and a bevy of wide receivers, you threw the ball a ton.
Yeah.
We'll get to this question after this next play. Ball's tossed out to the right-hand side. Good gang tackle by the Rockets. So as you can see, the offense has adjusted a little bit. You got a more of a dual threat quarterback in Jack, some younger receivers. What have you seen tonight that you like from the offense?
Yeah, well, it's obviously different, more run-based now because Jack. But no, it's cool to see definitely because Jack's literally like all of our little brothers. Like that's I think he's James' little brother, but he's been all of our little brothers too, like growing up and stuff. So it's cool to see him take the reins and do his thing now.
Awesome. And one thing Jack did say to me, he really enjoyed having 15 older brothers like you and Centrella and Beckenhuis. But when you graduated, he was like, Dad, it's kind of cool that I'm not in the school anymore.
He runs it now.
Because he doesn't want like getting punched when he walks into class 50 times a day. He'd come home with his arm bruised because of all those darn big brothers. Yeah. But no, he looks up to you. You guys, in my opinion, taught these young kids how to prepare, how to play, but also how to have fun. Guys like you, like Stroud, like James, you worked your tails up, but you seem to have a blast out there doing it.
It's high school. That's the most important part of it. You got to have a blast while doing it, or else why you're doing it in the first place.
Won a ton of games, broke a ton of records, really just lit up the record book here at Reading High School from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, good times.
Arlington back to pass, run a little jailbreak screen to the left. Again, good defense. Looks like Jeremiah Sanford out there. We got Zach Lindmark, and we got, of course, Ben Deemer, number 44. What do you like out of Deemer? What do you like on the defensive side of the ball?
Hey, Deemer's a monster. He's a big dog. You could hit last year at practice. If you, those crossing routes, Deemer, legitimately, if you come across there, he's laying the wood. So I like it.
So put ourselves in this position. You're out there. You've got Strout. You've got Alex DiNapoli. You've got Beckenhuis. You've got James throwing the football. All your boys out there. Yeah. What's it like when Strout breaks one for 70?
Oh, my God.
You're on the opposite side of the field, but it looked to me like you were happiest when he was succeeding.
It's the best because our group is we're literally like brothers. Like it's so hard to explain. Like we've always. Oh, there we go.
Mikey Boudier with an incredible sack, fumble, and recovery by Jake Whitmer. Rockets are rolling.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, but our group is really we've been brothers since the 3rd grade. So if I see Strout's literally so close to me, my mom will make him food. He'll come over, my mom will make him food. He'll be there before I'm at the house. So I see him score, it just gets me going even more. And it's the same way Alex, Aiden, it's always been like that. I love it.
It was certainly fun to watch for those last 4 years. And you know what? It's fun to watch a team like this, a bunch 100%. Of young kids doing it for the first time. Let me tell you, I don't know if you saw the Melrose game, but they're way better now than they were.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Seeing the improvement has just been incredible.
For sure. Well, they're all young. It takes a lot of learning. I remember because I didn't play my sophomore year, my junior year, the first 3 games were all a little shaky. I didn't even know yet, and then we finally got into a groove after that.
You didn't play your sophomore year, if I recall. Yeah, it was the COVID year. I think that was the smartest thing you ever did.
Yeah, I played basketball instead.
Yeah. Murphy with the give to Bursey.
I also love Devon this year. Devon's one of my guys. So to see him play like this is awesome.
He's playing really well. He's broken more tackles this year. He's a effort kid. He always gets second and third efforts, and they're a nice 1-2. They call themselves the 1-2 punch because Jack was number one. I don't know how they came up with that. It's brilliant. But I think they're going to do a marketing campaign.
They should.
Yeah.
They should.
Second and long here. Murphy in the shotgun. Look for the Rockets to keep the ball on the ground here, keep this clock moving, up 22 here in the fourth quarter.
It's weird seeing now the numbers because last year it's all messed. You think it's from last year, but no,
it is. You see
people.
Jake wearing 5, and I think it's 8 in.
No, I don't see any 10 though. That might be because
do you know why?
You
idiots, because you have the shirt still. we got the shirts framed for you kids for Christmas last year, and they were supposed to order a number 10, and there was no number 10. So maybe we can go pull it out of your room out of the shelf. All right, Jesse. Hey, great to see you.
Yeah,
Welcome
well.
back. Have
thank
an awesome
so
weekend.
much.
Best of luck in your rehab.
Yes, thank you.
And we look forward to following your career at Salve.
Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Have a great night. Jesse Doherty in the house.
Murphy back to pass here. Looks up. Oh, look at this. He's got
Great
Commodus
ball.
right across the middle for a big gain.
Great job, Brady.
Beautiful pass and catch from Murphy to Commodus. Murph, on homecoming weekend, it's always good to see some of the guys come back. You know, Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, Monday. Oftentimes you see a lot of the kids who are nearby within a couple hours come back to this game. Having Jesse Doherty come back, we always like to get one of those guys up in the booth. I said normally we'd look at former captains being there. One of them that I did want to talk about, Murph, and we could talk about in between plays, is one former captain, number 11, James Murphy. In motion right there is Viola. Oh, good pursuit right there. Beautiful pursuit right there by, that was, sorry about that. Cherry, yeah, beautiful play.
Darian Cherry, good player. Rockets find themselves in second and long. So, yeah, James is doing great. He's down at Brown. Had a really good training camp. Seems to really love everything about the school, his coaches, his professors, his classes. He's climbing his way up the depth chart. He's learning every day from James Perry, the head coach, from Andover. They throw the heck out of the football. He's really learning a ton, having a blast, paying his dues, of course, but just it's a perfect fit for him.
2nd and 20 here. This one, Murphy keeps it up the middle. He gets about 5 back. So I know. Listen, I believe they have a. Is it a senior quarterback they have now? Is that McElroy? Where's he from?
Jake Wilcox.
Wilcox.
He's from Everett.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that name.
By way of Milford Academy. He's having a fantastic year. And the way these quarterbacks are these days, they all work out together in the summertime. So James has known Jake. In fact, Jake was instrumental in recruiting James, saying, "Hey, come here. You'll love it. You'll love the coaches. You'll love the team. You'll love the offense, things like that." And now he's learning behind a great senior quarterback.
Right, 3rd and call at 16 here. We got some movement here, and they're going to make it 3rd and forever after the Rockets jump. Going to push them back to the other side of the field to Rocket territory. 7:07 to go. The Rockets have the game in hand. But now it's 3rd and about 25 right here.
A little sloppy here, not the execution that you want to put a game away. Now the Rockets have a 3rd and forever situation. Look for a screen pass here or something safe.
So we have 3 left. It looks like Boris, Palm. Commodus is near us. Back to passes Murphy. He's looking downfield too. He's got plenty of time. Throws it across the middle and just behind Palm.
What I also love about tonight is I had a couple of young players that in the Pop Warner program come up and introduce themselves, and they want to go down on the field after. And they, Jack Murphy and Jake Palm are their heroes, as well as Roby and everybody. But kind of neat to see the young kids with their jerseys on, and we'll take a few of them out there to meet their heroes. It's kind of neat.
It's awesome. Great night on senior night. He had Palm back to kick, and it's a short one off the side of his foot. So this one is actually only going to go for about 10, 12 yards. Jake would like to have that one back as it went off the side of his foot. So not a big field position gain here as Arlington takes over just inside their own 40. 6:31 here to go, Murph. Murph, what are the possibilities? I mean, the irony here is the Rockets look to get their first win here, but because of the strength of their schedule, when you're looking at do they have the possibility to make the playoffs, it's still very much in play with some winnable games ahead.
Yeah, the first 3 games in the schedule, Tim, were, even though we played Melrose, we're considered non-league games. So Melrose, BC High, Danvers were non-league games.
Yep.
Really, they're only, after tonight, they'll be 1-1 in the league. Yep. And if they can string together a few and get up to 500 and maybe a little over, may have a glimpse at a playoff spot.
Rolls out right, beautiful pitch and catch right there to Harrison, who gets pulled down immediately.
And Coach Fiore said something in jest to me before the season. I think it was one of their scrimmages. He said we'll be really good in November. So he knew, young guys, hey, it's going to take a few games to get the kinks out, get some experience. But as you mentioned earlier last week, we can see the improvement week after week for all of these kids. It's a completely different team than it was in the Melrose game.
We had a 2-game gap, Murph, so we saw games 1 and 4 here, and it looked like a different team. And so the Rockets playing with some confidence right now.
And they'll just get better and better.
2nd and 8 here for Arlington. Pass right there goes to sometime quarterback Jake Kerbel, and he takes it very close to the first down. He's probably going to be a yard short here.
Another thing Coach Fiore mentioned to me is the strength of his staff right now is at an all-time high. They brought on guys like Brian Skeffington, who's a dad in town who played at Dartmouth and is a teacher here in the system, a great addition to the staff. Marty Leake, who played at Michigan State, a great offensive lineman and a great mentor to the young kids on the team. Dean Sacca took over the freshman team. He's got a great resume. We're really excited to have him as the freshman coach this year to complement some of the young guys like DiNapoli and Coach Packey and others. So really good staff, and when your kids are well coached, they're going to just improve week after week.
And as always with Coach John Fiore, where we have a guy down on the field, we'll mention the rest of the coaches. Dave Blanchard, right? Line coach Billy Carnes, right? Billy Carnes has overcome some huge adversity. Super popular coach here. Dave Irwin, usually up in the booth. Dave's a great coach. I mentioned last year, Dave actually led a team, a Pop Warner team, probably an 8th grade team, to a national Pop Warner championship.
Jeremiah Sanford. Looks like it might have been just cramping for Jerry. Hopefully he'll be back.
Pat Packy Mahoney. We know Pat Sheehan is our OC. And then, as you mentioned, Brian Skeffington. So wanted to mention those names, as well as you mentioned Sacca, Nick DiNapoli, Tim Irwin, who's Dave's son, helping out with the freshman, Marty Leake, and then manager John Irmer. So all those guys who make it possible. And by the way, talk about dedicating your time to a sport. Beautifully set up play right down the middle, and that looks like Mills. What a beautiful pitch and catch right there. Mandel rolls out right and goes to the top scoring weapon, Caden Mills, and he takes it to the house. So beautiful play right there for Arlington. And we haven't seen one. Their first offensive touchdown of the day with 4 minutes to go. That one worked out. We'll see if they're going to go for 2.
Key defensive substitution in the game right now for the Rockets is number 33, Zadani Lopez. He's a senior. Was honored today with the seniors. Great kid, great player. Good to see him out there making plays on the defense.
Set to kick right here. Kicks it, and it is good.
I only know that because Zadani's has spent many nights in our house, and he's the nicest, most polite young man I think I've ever met. And I told his mom that today, and what a great kid to have around the program.
And what an honor to have me butcher his name earlier in the game broadcast, Murph. It's sort of like a rite of passage for most of these kids.
That's okay.
I have to really butcher their names and then get yelled at by their parents later on. So thanks for correcting that one, Murph. What's the season? If the season's officially over, Murph, for us here, not for the Rockets, of course, but if we're not done, we're going to leave it all on the table here the last 5 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Last 5 minutes here of the game. Rockets still have it in hand, 29-14. Last chance to get your shout-outs in for Jim Murphy and Tim O'Connor here. Let us know if you want us to say hello to some people who are watching. if they can't watch, there are a lot of people watching from afar. Hundreds of people on the broadcast room.
I got one. Bill Kingsley is the grandfather of Zach Labriola. I think he was here last week. We gave him plenty of airtime last week, but apparently he wants some more airtime.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it to Bill watching at home tonight. They're in Maryland, where he and his wife went, and after visiting us next week, with all of the Labriola family down in Maryland.
Listen,
thanks for tuning in.
You can be a grandfather, you can be a father, you can be a kid, you can be a cousin. Everybody likes getting the shout out. And apparently Bill Kingsley loves it because he wants to get it in consecutive weeks.
Okay. Hey, the squeaky wheels.
That's right.
Get the grease, dude. You want one? All you do is ask.
It was actually super, super cool to have Bill come up last week. He was so excited to come visit from afar, and said he loves listening to us from Maryland to see his grandson. 1st and 10 here for the Rockets midfield. Right there, it's handoff to Devon up the middle, and he doesn't get much. He gets about half a yard there, so. Starting to call timeout right now is Arlington as they try to hold on to the clock a little bit. 4:42 left to go. If you got players like Caden Mills out there who could run for 60-yard touchdowns, there's nothing off the table just yet, but the Rockets would love to put a stamp on this with one more score before the game's out.
You mentioned a wild one last week with Arlington, right, where they came back in the second half, and these things are never over, especially at the high school level with turnovers and new players in the game. Unfortunately,
Arlington was the victim last week. Arlington was about to go 3-1, right, and go 2-0 in the Middlesex League. It looks like Stoneham, for whatever reason, looks like they're having a real down year this year because that team is always, always tough, and they've had some real tough games here. Arlington took care of Stoneham, and they were all set to take care of Lexington, and 2 turnovers, fumbles that were picked up and run back for touchdowns that sealed the victory. 27 unanswered points for Lexington, and that was a game that was a killer for Arlington. But this one has been almost all Reading, and there's Devon Bursey taking it for 14 yards on 2nd down.
So Jesse Doherty mentioned that all those older kids are kind of like big brothers to Jack. Well, of course, with the 0-4 start, big brothers can be not so kind, and not James, but guys like Centrella, Colin Donahue. They're giving him a little bit of crap, right? For being 0-4. Hey, little brother, what are you doing, right?
The rite of passage.
And so I told Jack, all you got to do is rattle off some victories and take care of Thanksgiving Day. Because all those big dogs got their butts whipped on Thanksgiving Day and ruined our Thanksgiving.
There we go.
So that's going to be Jack's retort to Mr. Centrella down at RPI.
And I alluded to Stoneham struggling, but guess what? What Stoneham hasn't struggled is the last 4 out of 6 Thanksgiving Day games where they've actually handed it to the Reading Rockets.
They've been absolute wars.
Right there, Bursey up the middle. Oh, you see that extra step of speed. Devon saw the opening. He kicked it up 1 gear and rips it off for about 10 more.
Good to see Jerry Sanford back in the game after having the cramp issues last drive. James Donahue.
Savio out and Jack Vaughney in. Murph breaks the huddle.
Mills out of the game on defense. Chance for the Rockets to make a play.
2nd and 3, call it here. Under center is Murphy for this one. It's going to be a handoff to Bursey up the middle. He takes it for the 1st down and more. So Devon gets inside the 25-yard line, and all they're doing now is just eating up clock. Looks very similar to what Woburn was able to inflict on Reading as they had a little bit of a lead and handed it off to their top back, one of the best in the state. We talked about him, Brian Ferreira. Well, guess what? Bursey is doing that job this week as they eat up a ton of clock, and it's 3:08 and counting.
Rockets would like to keep the ball on the ground here, keep that clock moving. Arlington with 2 timeouts left.
Handoff right up. You got this one to Jack Vaughney. He
go.
takes it. He's going to take it to the house. Andrew Jack Vaughney says, I don't want to eat up the clock. I called my name 15 times on each side of the ball. I want to get on the scoreboard. What a run and what a game for Andrew Jack Vaughney. Beautiful. And the Rockets tacked 6 more on, make it 35-14 with 2:43 to go. And this is just what the doctor ordered for the Rockets. We saw them improving game after game. They came in here with high confidence, even though they were looking at a team that probably should have been 3-1, and they've handled them. For the extra point here. It's Palm. Oh, it's a low snap. Gets picked up by Palm, and he gets taken down. So the snap was a little bit low, and Murphy couldn't pull it in, and it turns into missed conversion here. So 35-14, another shout out. Pittsfield, Maine, 190 miles away. Didn't even know they have the internet there, but outside, our old nemesis, the notorious, the infamous Brian Van Horn. BBH is up there. BBH is up there. He must have put up the rabbit ears so he can get. He lives basically on Mars. He's so far away. But his dog Buddy, my favorite Van Horn, is up there with him, and they are watching right now from Pittsfield, Maine. So big shout out there.
Very loyal Rocket fan, BBH.
Very passionate fan, very controversial fan too. He's not afraid to let you know positive and negative.
Hey, we live in a sports town. That's what we do, you know? It's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time. Got to call it like it is.
Good stuff. So cheers to BVH. Say hi to JVH and DVH. It's Jason and Derek, his boys. Derek, a football player with playing with my son Dan a few years ago. Palm back to kick right here. 2:43 left in the game. Rockets have this one in hand. Murph, I don't have it in front of me. Can you tell me what the schedule is for the next game? I'm putting you on the spot there, Murph,
Yep,
right?
I got you. We typically just take it one game at a time here in Rocket Land, but I'll check my calendar.
It's a nice save there, Murph, but your kid's the quarterback. You should probably know this stuff.
Oh, dude, we're at Winchester next week. Okay, that's good. At Winchester.
That'll be fun. Listen, I may go to that game just to go hang out at the Black Horse Tavern right near the thing after that. One of my favorite places.
My wife Allison just said today, can't wait for an away game so we can go like we did last year to Winchester. Black Horse Tavern's a great spot.
Love that spot. A favorite of Miss Sue O'Connor. Miss Susan.
Well, let's get Sue and Allison. Maybe we'll get there early and have a couple apps.
All right, I can be there by 2. All right, 2:36. I want to be ready for the game at 7. 1st and 10 here for Arlington. They're going to be looking to throw the ball. He keeps it himself. He has an option there, but he's going to run. He's got some room ahead of him. And that one's Kerbal.
Jack Vonnie and Crowley in pursuit.
I tell you, it's quarterback up by committee here in Arlington as they're very easy to change up Kerbal and Mandel.
So I said it in jest, but I really mean it week to week. I have no idea where I am. I said Friday night I got to be in Reading. Okay, then we're going to have Providence. They're playing URI tomorrow.
Yep.
And next week it's Winchester, and then Brown is home against Princeton. So. We're being visited by the 6th grade dance team.
The 6th grade dance team is here. Hi, gang. How are you? Special guests up in the booth. So we have Chloe from the 6th grade dance team here who's up here. Oh, there's a big pass there. It's not got to be pulled down. Chloe, who are you here with? How many friends are you up?
I'm here with Kate, Izzy, and Charlotte.
All right, now let's slow it down and let's say it slowly so we can see. Who are you here with again?
I'm here with Kate, Izzy, and Charlotte.
All right, Kate. So you guys on a team together?
For what?
For dance?
Well, we're on like 2 separate teams, but yeah, like at the end, we're all together. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, listen, this is what homecoming's about. We like to pull in some friends. Hey, thanks. You want to say a shout out to any other friends who aren't here?
Shout out to Charlotte Bax, and shout out to Mr. Murphy, Maya Mahoney.
Back to pass it.
And that's it. Okay, bye.
And it goes incomplete. Hey, thanks for visiting us. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming up and saying hello.
Kush, sorry about that. You know who their favorite NFL player is?
I don't.
Travis Kelce.
Why wouldn't you,
Oh,
right?
my gosh. All of a sudden.
Why? What's going on with Travis Kelce?
Travis got a new girlfriend.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And all the teeny boppers love Travis now.
All right, here we are. It's 2:13 left to go. It's 4th down here. Arlington going for it. I want to give a shout out to former Rocket All-Star from way back in the day, Joe Gilligan, watching here today.
Ooh.
He big play right there, and Mills cuts it back, and Mills is going to go. He's got one more guy to beat, and Mills is going to get in for a touchdown. Another huge play here. Second.
Boy, did he have a burst. Did you see that burst?
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, what a great run right there. And it's going to be 35. They're going to look to get it 35, 21, or 22 with 2 minutes to go here. You might be thinking onside kick here after this.
I love guys like Mills who limp off the field. He looks like he's exhausted. He's played both ways all night long, and then he gets the ball in his hand, and he looks like he's been shot out of a cannon.
Looks like they're going for one here. I'll come back to my boy Gilligan, who's like, you're giving shout-outs to BVH in Maine and not me? So we'll give it back to Joe Gilligan. Super player himself, and his son, Joe Jr., will play with my boy, good buddies with my boy, Dan. Oh, it's blocked. So they block it. It's going to be 35-20. 15 within 2 scores here. 2 minutes to go. Don't know if is it onside kick time, Murph?
Absolutely, yeah. They're going to try to get the ball back. This is something too. You know, at the high school level, you do not get a ton of repetitions with your hands team. They call it the hands team because you put all the guys with the best hands out in the front 2 lines here. You try to secure the ball. You try to fall on it, and of course, the Arlington team will try to kick the ball at least 10 yards, making it a live ball, and they'll try to fall on it too. So we haven't seen the hands team yet. Again, Coach Fury's going to have this team very well prepared. They've probably practiced it since August, but it's the first time they've had to do it in a game, and let's see if we can execute the right way. By the same token, I'm sure Arlington hasn't had many opportunities to run their onside kick team on the field and execute, so let's see how we do here with 2 minutes left in the game.
I'd be remiss not to mention one guy I told I'd give a shout out this week. My boy Dan, former Reading High captain, former center for James Murphy for a couple of years. His birthday on Monday.
Danny D?
Danny O.
Danny O.
And his buddy Danny D, of course. Damari and O'Connor are Siamese. They came back from UMass together. There's the squib kick right there. Oh, and they got the ball! He might have touched it before 10 yards, though. If he touched it before 10 yards, the Rockets are going to take over here. But if they give
No,
this
they
to him,
did. The referee put the ball down, put the beanbag down, and said they
did not go 10
did not go
yards.
10.
He grabbed it before 10, so the Rockets are going to get the ball back here.
Dodged a bullet there.
They certainly did. It looked very, very close. Goes one more yard, and
10 yards,
Arlington could have pulled down that onside kick.
which is a legal touch. Reading retains possession.
That was a good job by the officials there. That's almost one of those things that happened so fast you couldn't really see. It was so close, but they seemed to be right on it and saw that the ball did not travel the necessary 10 yards.
Rockets take over here at midfield, 1:56 to go. I don't know if there's any timeouts left for Arlington to try to save here, but Rockets likely content to run this ball. They get some new running backs back there, Murph. Who do we have in the backfield?
Junior Andrew McCloskey, number 28, behind Savio.
So goes to McCloskey right up the gut, cuts it back, and he takes it for 3 or 4. So nice to see some other names in there.
Good little tough football player, great on special teams.
And Austin, right? Austin McCloskey.
The key is about 4 yards. This will be second and 6.
Austin, again, a junior, listed at 5'5", 135.
Tell you that Winchester Reading game is always a tough one too, always a fun one. Great atmosphere over in Winchester. So Rockets getting back into Middlesex League play here, and they have some games, like you said, that could be winnable upcoming. And then, of course, we get to Thanksgiving Day, and that's always a big one. So that could be Jack Murphy's right back at you to the.
Pancakes at my house Thanksgiving morning. Allison is psyched. We're going to have about 150 people in the yard. Pancakes and mimosas leading into the Thanksgiving. That's a tradition.
Yeah,
we did it. We did it for the older brother. We got to do it for the younger brother.
Bloody Mary the size of my head last year. 2nd and 6 right here. Murphy hands it up the gut. It looks like McCloskey again, and he takes it for about 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and 3 upcoming. Timeout taken by Arlington. 1:40 to go in the game here. Rockets up 15. Couple of great long touchdowns by Jaden Mills has actually made this game a lot closer than it's felt all day. But he's a super player, and he's shown that tonight. He's Mr. Everything for Arlington. Sorry, Caden Mills. I'm saying Jade. I'm getting confused here. Jake Kerbal, Caden Mills. McCloskey back deep. It looks like Savio is in there as a fullback. Under center is Murphy. Now they hand off up the gut. He gets stacked up immediately this time for a loss, and it's going to be a 4th down here. Clock ticking at 1:32. And boy, I don't think they can stop it anymore. 4th down here. The Rockets are going to be content to run this as low as they can and probably kick this one away. Hey, nice to see the first varsity win for Jack Murphy and crew all year. We said this team has improved dramatically over their first half of the season. Second half of the season is mostly on the road, can be a little bit tougher, but nice amount of confidence here today with a convincing win over Arlington.
Timeout for Rockets.
So this situation is interesting. It's 4th and about 5. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. The other option would have been, of course, to punt it. Anything can happen with a punt, a high snap, a return. So it looks like they're electing to keep the ball in the hands of Murphy and the offense.
54 seconds to go, a first down here.
I stand corrected. They are running Palm and Leonard and the punt team out. See if we can get a good punt execution. Of course, the ever-dangerous Mills.
Number 49, Colby Ferris out there, sophomore. He's the son of my good buddy, Scotty Ferris. I'll give his business a shout-out in a sec.
Good snap.
Back. Beautiful snap
Good
right there.
punt.
Good kick. He kicks it out of bounds there, so it might probably get a little bit shorter than we would have liked. But nonetheless, Colby Ferris is a sophomore, super athlete. We'll be calling his name the next few years. His dad, my buddy Scotty, just opened up a new pizza joint in Drake called the Original Romano's.
Love it.
Paul Romano, Reading guy, original guy, with Scotty. They had a business a million years ago and just reopened it, refurbished it. Looks beautiful. Right off of Bridge Street up there in Drake. So go up and see the Original Romano's. My buddy Scotty and his son Colby is on the team here on special teams. You're going to see him in a skill position next year. There's no question about it. He's a hard hitter, super athlete like his dad was. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the middle of the defense next year.
Great baseball player, too. I believe he's a catcher. Lefty hitter. Of course, Scott Ferris works with a lot of these kids in the Little League circuit over the years.
Scotty's a
hitting clinics and
very,
things.
very good hitting instructor. 1st and 10 here for Arlington. Pretty good field position of their 30, but 46 seconds to go. They're going to have to do something special here. They're going to try to put it in the hands of the big guy. Oh, number 6 right there. Good coverage.
Good coverage by Zach Labriola.
Jake Kerbal was back there and knocks it down here. So 38 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 here for Arlington.
Rocket secondary, they want to play deep, not let the receiver get behind them. Here comes Arlington, 2nd and long. Cover 3 defense for the Rockets.
2 split left, 2 right. He pulls it back. He's going to throw it. Looks like Mandel there. Beautiful pitch and catch. Actually, he drops the ball, though. Number 11 is Peter Harrison. He was called his name quite a bit. He's a weapon they like to use, but Harrison couldn't pull that one down.
Yeah, Mandel's got a nice arm. He's got a good dynamic quarterback. He throws a nice ball. He's a 20-25, which would make him a sophomore. And they don't have a height and weight on him, but he's a good player with some good poise back there. Throwing a couple of really nice balls tonight.
Murph, you have a different weekend schedule these years, heading down to Providence often. So what's it usually look like for you? You come out here Friday nights, you head down to wherever Brown might be playing afterwards. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
We tailgate at Brown University tomorrow by 9 a.m. The car's already packed.
Mandel back, he throws it underneath. That's there to number 6, Jake Kerbel. Clock running down here to 23 seconds. It's going to be 3rd down. So they're playing at home tomorrow?
Yeah, they have the Rhode Island Cup, so they have URI coming down, a big interstate rivalry. Should be a good football game. Brown's 2-1 on the season, having a really good year. The only loss was to Harvard by 3 points in an epic battle in Cambridge. So, they got a receiver down there named Wes Rocket, who
I remember that name.
He might be an NFL kid someday. He's having a super season.
Where was Wes Rocket out of? You remember that
St.
name in
John's
high
Prep.
school? Yeah.
I believe he's a Danvers kid.
Yeah, when you hear a name Wes Rocket, which of course is one of the coolest names on earth,
especially for a receiver.
And I remember him. I remember that name being a super high school player. And it looks like they're going to let this one. They turn the ball over on downs, and you'll see Jack Murphy come out here in victory formation and kneel to end this game. So,
hey, a lot of hard work starting from the January 1st last year, and they haven't had the opportunity to do the best play in football, which is take a knee. So I think they really need to appreciate it and be proud of themselves for battling and getting their first victory of the season.
Hey, loved at the Rockets on homecoming weekend with a lot of former Rocket players and a lot of Reading alumni back in the stands here today. The Rockets get the victory, so always sweet to win when the fan and the crowds are filled here for the Rockets.
Where is Jack? Who'd they have out there doing that? Is that Riley Lerner?
Could be a senior that
No.
they put in there for the last one in victory formation. Cool call from Coach Fiore. Murph,
Tim,
hey,
pleasure.
listen, if we get a chance one more, if they give us one extra game, we'll keep everybody posted. But if not, if an abbreviated one, great season. Murph, I think we got better after the first game too. You come into game 1 and there's 17 new players. I go, it could be a rough start for us. But as always, a pleasure to be up here with Hall of Famer Jim Murphy. You know more about football than 10 guys I know. And it's been a great time here. Rockets get their first win. We're going to be in Winchester next week. And if we have a chance later in the season to get another home game, we'll keep everyone posted, and we'll see you again. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Timmy. Hey, just quickly, a lot of volunteering your time. I know you don't even have a kid on the team. Everybody loves listening to you. Bring great humor and perspective to the broadcast, and we want to thank you for your time as well, Tim.
Murph, appreciate it. Always a pleasure to be up here. Guys, we'll see you again. Take care.